Hello. And just like that, we're live. It is Sunday, June 1st. Happy June. We have officially made it to June. Holy cow. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Happy weekend. How is everybody doing? We have had one of those weekends where we haven't stopped.
No, we have not stopped.
Truly, we have not stopped. It has been so good in the best kind of way, just busy going, busy going, busy going, and mainly pertaining to vintage. If you saw Instagram, Facebook, my stories, any of that, pardon me, I've got something weird in my eye and I'm all congested. We did 2 days solid of digging through this estate sale home, and it has left us both and Tiffany, our friend, almost a little sick. We dug through basement bins after basement bins, on the ground, going through stuff, and David and I definitely are
feeling it, feeling the puffy face today for sure. Like between the ephemera and definitely some linens, shaking that stuff out. Oh my.
Yes, indeed. So welcome in, friends. It is great to be with you guys tonight. Yes, I think we inhaled a lot of dust. Karen Chase and I were on the phone a couple days ago after we had been the first day, and she's like, "You sound terrible." And I was like, "Well, it's just dust. It's vintage dust." And whew, it has gotten us both. This is with a Mucinex and a Zyrtec. So so much dust, but let me tell you what. It was worth it. It was worth digging through all of that stuff. We found epic scores. It was an estate sale that was out in the country, and it was about 45 minutes from here. So not everybody, took it upon themselves to drive out there, which benefited us. And then David, tell them what happened on the second day when we went back.
Oh my gosh, the second day when we went back, like, okay, so we weren't even going to go. We were like, let's just not. And then we were, I think about 30 minutes passed, and we were like, are you thinking about going? Yeah, well, I'm thinking about going. So we went. And so there were a lot of things when we went back, and it was 25% off day, that had been put on the hold table the first morning. Well, they changed their mind, whatever, that happens. And so those things were there for 25% off day. So we had a pleasant surprise getting some stuff that we thought we'd missed out on. Plus, found more stuff and unearthed it and put it out. So we ended up spending more time there the second day than we did the first day. We spent, I think, 3.5 hours the second day and about 2 hours the first day.
Yeah, like you've dug through everything when you're the one that closes down the estate sale at 4 p.m. Right. We were the last ones out of there, and we had multiple tables taking up all of our stuff. And about half of what we got was holiday too. So, oh my gosh, you guys, the Christmas stuff that we found was just next level. Like a box of 50 glitter Christmas cards, David's favorite. 50 glitter Christmas cards, new in the box, with the Santa covered box that is the cutest box you've ever seen. Literally, I just dug through this basement and kept pulling stuff out. Well, what I realized after the first day is a lot of stuff had prices on it that was like 150, $100 here. And I would look at these items and be like, that can't be right. And so we know the people that own the estate sale company, and we asked them on the pricing, is this dealer pricing or is this estate sale pricing? And they were like, no, that's her dealer pricing. And we were like, oh, thank goodness. Yeah. So this woman was a collector and a dealer. Everything we're bringing tonight is from her estate sale. And she had really good taste. Her stuff was fantastic. She was a quilter. And she ended up having a lot of crafty stuff. So everything from like really great vintage fabric to collecting dolls, composite dolls especially. So I have some really rare and fantastic dolls coming tonight. A lot of antiques, a lot of mid-century. We kept a Peter Marsh lantern, I don't know what you call it. And it's from the late 50s, early 60s, and it's made from big chunky parts of recycled glass. And we actually left this lamp the first day because there were some parts that had damage to it. And I thought, oh, well, certainly we can't sell that. And then I thought, I would really like to see what this looks like plugged in. And then once David plugged it in, we were both like,
well, yeah, we got to get
it. We have to get this lamp.
Yeah.
So we ended up keeping that. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. And of course, we kept our World's Fair lamp. If you are not on Instagram or Facebook, I'll show you what that ended up looking like. And we put, we put that in our bedroom.
Yes.
So good. That is our little 1939 World's Fair lamp. And that was score of the week for sure. We've been looking for one of those for years and never see them in the wild. And if you do see one, they're over like $350. Usually they go for between like 500. Some of the rare ones go up to like 1,300.
Yeah.
So we paid $30 for ours, and we were like hyperventilating excited. And so I called one of my girlfriends after that day. I'm like, I'm totally drunk. I've got so much good stuff in the back end. I'm so excited. Yes, thank you. It was a really cool house. The house was like a maze, and there were 3 different levels. So the top was dolls and like crafts, and then the middle was like, glass and kitchen and all that kind of stuff. And then the basement was all the Christmas and more dolls and tchotchkes and dolls. So holy cow.
But
fantastic dolls of every kind you could imagine. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
But I just remembered, and that's what's so funny is we had to keep going back because not just the dolls and all those other things, the guidebooks, the old vintage books, there was so much ephemera. I mean, well, go ahead, Sarah. You've got some ephemera that's just
yeah. Again, that's why I'm choked up, because we went through ephemera from the 30s on up. Last night we sat and went through Christmas cards and birthday cards, Easter cards, Valentine's. So I bought a whole bin. It was funny because I was looking around the house for this bin of ephemera. And I get out to the hold table and I'm like, oh man, somebody snagged the whole thing. David's like, no, it's me. I snagged that for you to go through. I'm like, sweet. So I said to the estate sale owner, I was like, will you just do me a deal on this bin of all of these wonderful cards and stuff? She's like, how about $50 for all of it? I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, you don't even know. I got some rare kitschy ephemera from the 40s and 50s, Christmas and Valentine's that I've never seen before and probably will never see again. Part of which I think I'm going to put on eBay because there is just so much. So if anybody's looking for anything in particular ephemera wise, I've probably got it right now. Mainly kitschy, a few Victorian, but it was mainly kitschy goodness, and I mean really good. So then we tied into a whole load of Christmas. It was just glass.
Every kind of guidebook you can think of. If you're a collector, some amazing guidebooks.
Yeah, the guidebooks alone, I ended up buying 30 of them. And they're all like stuff that all of us collect. I mean, the guidebooks were everything from kitchen advertising to, I found a guidebook on little golden books, found a guidebook on specifically Hazel Atlas, and of course, several Fire King guidebooks, a Morgantown Glass,
Pastoria,
Red Wing Pottery. I mean, you name it, I've got a guidebook for it right now. So if anybody's looking for a particular guidebook, hit me up too. I may have it. Yes, Pee Wee, there was some yellow glass. We ended up leaving it because it was like $180. And even at 25% off, we were like, yeah, no. But I mean, Today, I can't even think about the things that left today because today was 75% off day. And we bought so much the first day and the second day that we were like, we don't dare go back today, or
Right.
we're not going to be able to pay the house payment if we go back today.
Yeah.
So we are here to bring you the fruits of our labor over the weekend.
Yeah.
Gosh, it was, you know, again, one of those top 5 estate sales when that happens. It was up there.
Yeah.
So much fun, you guys. So much fun. David has the most fantastic brutalist sculpture tonight that I've ever seen in person.
Yeah. A true one of a kind.
Yeah, unique, good finds. And we are going to be putting a Viking, what is it, babe? The Viking thing.
Split. It's the split vase.
Yes, that is going to be going to, if anybody's looking for a Viking split, that is going to eBay because those go for quite a bit there. So it's blue, by the way. So we're going to keep one. We actually got 2 of those. We're going to keep one and sell one of those, but we're pooped. And then we put together our patio furniture yesterday, and it has just rained, so we haven't really gotten to enjoy it much yet.
Right.
But definitely looking forward to some new patio furniture. I can't wait to go out there and just sit for a bit.
Yeah.
So how are you guys? I hope you had a nice weekend. I can't believe it is already June 1st. That's right, Stephanie. Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to all of our wonderful LGBTQ plus friends, family, watchers. We love you. This is a safe space, and thank you for the reminder, Stephanie. I know, I can't believe it's already June. So great. So welcome, friends. Again, thank you guys for being here and supporting small business tonight. David and I have a ton of cool stuff to get through. We had time to get previews taken, clean stuff up, take pictures, get it advertised, all that good stuff. So we've just been going, you guys. What a fantastic weekend. So how is everybody? I want to say hi. I'm scrolling all the way up. And of course, our girl Lisa, as many of you know, is our bid ender. Thank you, Lisa, for devoting your time. And she's just welcoming everybody to the sale, making sure that you are all in live chat all messages, no just in case bids on our channel. And then of course all sales are final because it is vintage and there's only one of each thing. If you're new to this whole thing, please send us your info. What we need from you is really simple. We just need your name, your username here on YouTube, your shipping address, and then the best email to communicate with you. We will send your invoice through PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal, that's okay. You can pay with any major credit card. You don't have to use your PayPal account. If you have a PayPal account, of course, you can use it. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. And then Lisa also did drop a couple of links at the top of the chat. These links are also in the description of the video, and that is to our Redbubble merch store and our eBay store. So definitely check it out. Yeah, David's got on some of our merch right now, repping merch with a lemon shirt saying "get." Hi, Brian Fernandez. How are you? It is great to see you in the house along with Sarah Lee Coleman and our sweet girl, Amy. Hello, love. I'm sure Alex is there somewhere too. Hello, friends. There's Amy, Spotty Mushroom. Welcome in. Welcome. Anybody that you do see like Wildflower with a wrench by their name is a mod, and that means they can help you. So if you're new or you have a question or you need a link or you need an email address or something, ask a mod. All of our mod squad, except for I think Victoria, is going to be gone tonight. So thank you, Lisa, Holly, Amy, and Phil. I appreciate you guys so much. And any of those ladies with a wrench, you can definitely ask if you have a question or what have you. So hi, Kevin. Welcome. Mary Hand. Good to see you. Hello. Thank you for being here, friends. There's our girl, Holly Parker. Hello. How are you today? Hello. All right, I'm scrolling down. There's Alex. Hello. Thank you. We are going to so much good stuff tonight. Yeah. Hi, Laura. Welcome in. Great to see you. Hi, Bree. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hello. There's Tracy. Hello. You know, There's not any bad smoky air right at the moment, although that usually does come our way multiple times during the summer. Right now, it's mainly just dust and old ephemera
Yes.
funkiness for
And
sure. Yes. Bree said, "How's the weather in the Springs? Just had some thunder and rain."
ours just passed by.
It passed. It blew through here. We had a little bit of hail, but nothing major. It was fine. It was really good. So, definitely happy to get the rain. Never mad at that. That is a great point. Holly Parker is reminding us, guys, we are trying to get to 100 thumbs up on the broadcast. Already 83 people in the house. If you would throw a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. It is free. And we're trying to get to over 100. Hi, Shannon Farrar. Thank you for being here. Good to see you too. There's Gail and Steve, our buddies. Hello. Welcome in, friends. Great to see you guys. There's my Karen. Hello, love. Welcome, welcome. How many chickens did you count today, Karen? It's always a little different. Some days it's 12, some days it's 11. Hi, Doreen. How are you? Welcome in and thanks for being here. What's kicking, Pee Wee? Oh, it was such a fun sale. You would have loved it. We just had such a good time. Ginger, hello. Good to see you too. And there's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you, love? Great to see you. Trina and Wayne are in the house. Hello. Hello, hello. Oh, you went back to Pee Wee. Got it. I figured. Yeah. Because I'm like, weren't you just Jay? But whatever you want to be called, Pee Wee, Jay, we know who you are, Pee Wee. All right. So welcome. And thank you guys again for being here. It really was that estate sale. It was a lot, and it was a lot of good stuff. And we left so much good stuff behind too. I mean, it was really hard to like pick and choose what we wanted to bring because there was so much great stuff. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Welcome in. If you are a doll lover or a toy lover, oh my gosh, tonight is your night. I have so much cool stuff coming, guys. Perry, welcome. Hello. So nice to see you too. Yay. That is always nice. Yes, we appreciate it. Throw us on the TV. And yes, we will be in your background.
No Francoma with that one.
And no Francoma. I did not have any Francoma. But just like everything else. Oh my God. Everything from early like 1900s, even some late 1800s primitives on through like 60s. So
well, you know they're a good collector when you don't see any Hummels in their collection. So like this is like a good sign.
You know what, though? A lot of good collectors do have Hummels, too. I'll give that. And I think Hummels came out at a time when people were enjoying collecting those. I just think they made too many, and now they're not as valuable, unfortunately. Right. But yeah, lots of people love them. We see them a lot. Hi, Perla. How are you? And there's our jokester, Helen. Welcome, friends. Great to see everybody. Thank you for being here, Laza and Terry Valenti with the pictures. Terry sent me some pictures this week of stuff she had gotten from us that she incorporated into her displays. So good, Terry.
Yeah, the shelves turned out great.
So good. Yeah, the shelves are beautiful. Kelly Abbott, what's going on? Great to see you. Hi, Jeff. Welcome. There's K-Dubs in the house with the wrench. K-Dubs, feel free to use your wrench.
Yeah, whack it.
K-Dubs will help you too. Yes. Margaret Thatcher, welcome, clown face. Hello. And let's see here. Oh, fun. Okay, scrolling down, you guys, to see who else is here. Hi, Bradley. Welcome, my dear. Good to see you. There's my Arvuvu. She said, just got a mixed drink, got in from work. Excellent. Well, kick back and relax. We are going to have a killer time tonight, you guys. I can't wait to show you everything. Really. Like, we get so excited after we go to these estate sales. I'm like, I can't wait to show everybody all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the best. So good. Jeff Basin, what's kicking? Welcome in, my dear. There's our sweet Miff. Hi, Meredith. Great to see you too, honey. Thank you for being here. All right, scrolling down. Let's see here. There is Phil. Oh no, Phil. I'm sorry you're not feeling that well. Poop. Yes, just rest, girly. Hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. So we figured this out last time we were live, and there's no way for me to turn it off. So the crown thing, I'm sorry. It basically keeps track of who buys the most super stickers and who leaves the most comments. It has nothing to do with buying vintage, by the way. It is literally about YouTube comments and YouTube super stickers. That's it. So it means a whole lot of nothing, frankly. Like we're not ranking the community, and if you're like me, I don't want to be ranked. Don't rank me. Yeah. So just ignore, but it's fun. Stephanie, I'm so glad you're here, baby. Thank you for being here with us. It is great to see you in the house. Yeah. Hi, Stacey. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. There's Chris377. Welcome, friend. Great to see you here as well. And there is our Tiffany. Hello, my dear. Tiffany, how have you recovered today from breathing in all of that dust yesterday?
Right.
Hi, Bridget. Welcome. Good to see you too. Hello, hello. Jacqueline, what's kicking? Hello. Yeah. I know that Stephanie was like, I'd have thrown down. I'm like, you would not have. You're just all talk. You can't throw down an estate sale.
I tell you what, though, we got down to the basement as soon as we went in. We all went to the Christmas just to try to get that yellow Santa.
Oh, damn, Skippy. We were all looking for
yellow a second and just talk about the yellow Santa. We all tried. People in front of us that we know tried.
Yes. Okay. So one of my friends from Denver had come down specifically for yellow Santa too. The fourth person that was in line, and I think she was fifth. The fourth person that was in line got yellow Santa. And you know what? More power to her. She's a collector. She wasn't a reseller. She just wanted him. And I don't blame her. I did ask her. I told her I would pay double because yellow Santa, which was a Russian, was only marked for $40. And so I said, I will give you $80 for yellow Santa if you're interested, no pressure. And she was like, no, I'm going to keep him. And I said, you know what? I don't blame you one bit. But I had to try. So, it was a fun estate sale. So much cool stuff. We ended up getting killer Christmas pieces, like awesome. Got this awesome snowman cookie jar and some really different Christmas pieces I hadn't had before. So that's always fun too. Yeah. Oh, speaking of punching people, Stephanie. So I was talking to Rochelle, who had or this friend of ours that had driven down from Denver to get the Santa, and she was telling me that the estate sales in Denver had gotten pretty wily, and she was actually physically assaulted at an estate sale. And I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. But I mean, yeah, somebody was really awful to her. And it was over a freaking Rosbro plastic Halloween witch. And this guy basically body checked her, and she's very small. And I cannot fathom how some people behave at estate sales. But I'll be honest, like everybody down here in the Springs knows each other. Everybody's nice. Nobody's like trying to be ugly. Like it's pretty chill down here. But if you're in an estate sale, just remember to be kind and like.
Yeah, you're in someone else's house, first of all.
Yeah, you're in someone else's house with someone with a business trying to sell things out of that house. So behave accordingly. Good Lord. I couldn't even believe that though. I'm like, that's just terrible. So, you get gun shy because estate sales can be a little like anxiety inducing.
Well, and that's why we stopped videoing it, because there's just too much going on, and it's really not fair to the other people that are shopping, because it is a lot of movement, a lot of stuff everywhere. You're trying not to break stuff.
It's so hard to video at an estate sale. I've done it. You guys have seen some of those videos. It's not my favorite. I'm there to do shopping.
Vintage. Yeah.
No desire to have my phone in my hand at that point. So yeah. Did anybody see the Northern Lights last night? That's awesome. We did not, but I know sometimes in the summertime here in Colorado, we do get to see them. We saw them last summer. Actually, they were great. Hi, Sue Windsor. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you guys. Thank you all for right on. Thank you all for being here, and no precious moments. That's right. No offense to anybody that collects them, but yeah, precious moments when those are at the estate sale, we're all like, oh no. Oh no. Thank you, Kevin. That's a great suggestion. If you feel so inclined, share the live stream. Much appreciated, friends. I'm scrolling down to see if anybody else got here. We've
Yeah.
got Beth and Janet in the house. Hi, ladies. Hello, hello. You can opt out of Crown. I did. Yes, there is a way to like ignore it or turn it off for you guys. I can't remember. Lisa, will you tell everybody? I don't remember. But yes, there is a way. Hi, Grandma. Good to see ya. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Yeah, Tiff said slowly and sniffly. A lot we went through yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of stairs.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 5 of us looking for yellow Santa and nobody got him. It's just like that sometimes. It was a huge house. There was no way we were going to get it
And
all.
as soon as I found out yellow Santa was gone, I bust feet in my boot and all up 2 flights of stairs to the upstairs, and that's how I was able to get some stuff that we wanted. So
Poor David. Yeah, he's hobbling around in the boot and got the elbow brace on, and we're just ripping it through there. It was great. Jeff said he got his Gorman tiles. Wonderful. Those were so pretty.
cool.
That was a great estate sale those came from, actually, Jeff, too. Yeah, I'm so glad you're getting them framed. I definitely send pictures when you get them finished. Hi, JG. How you doing, hun? Good to see you. Are we selling tonight? Well, heck yeah, we are. We're just saying hi to everybody and shooting the breeze here. She said there's a dude up here people stay away from. It was really rude. I've only seen him twice. Yeah, she said that it was a guy, and she said that the estate sale company went ahead and let the guy that body checked her and threw her down. They went ahead and let this guy check out with the Rosbro figurine, which if I ran that estate sale company, I'd be like, you're gone. Like, you can't treat people like that. Like, no. But yeah, it's competitive, man. It's crazy, but it's not worth all that to us. Like,
It is not.
no, never. Good Lord, no.
Once again, it's someone else's house.
Yes. Oh my God, Shiny Bright. Well, don't worry. We are gearing up for our big summertime Christmas sale. So that will be coming. And I've got like a pink Howard Gale Santa. I've got all kinds of stuff.
We have at least 4 bins now. So yeah, we're going to pull it all out, and we're going to probably do a video closer to the end of the month.
Or the infamous bean pot. No, it was not up in there, amazingly enough. Yes. So thank goodness. Whatnot. People are asking for precious moments. Are they wanting to paint them, or are they serious? Do they really want
And if
those?
so, let me know, because we can source a bunch of those.
Brad, that's a big no. That's a hard no, Brad. No. Myth is asking, is the elbow brace helping?
Yes, it is. Anytime I do work, anything that I'm using my arm a lot, I put it on, and it definitely helps. I'm getting the steroid shot Tuesday, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I'm hoping the steroid shot in his elbow is really going to do it. Cross your fingers. That's
Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going to be huge.
Yeah, we've got a fun medical week. Rainbow has her very first dental surgery in the morning, and it's a pricey little booger too. So say a prayer for her and mom and dad. Yeah, she's 3, so it'll be her first dental since we have adopted her, and I'm dreading it, frankly, because they have to put her under and all of that, and that's my child, and I hate it. So that's what we have going on early in the morning, and then David will be getting his shot on Tuesday. Yeah. So yay. Gonna be ripped after that shot.
Yeah.
Steroid shot.
And then this Wednesday, have we talked about what we're doing this Wednesday?
I think we're going to do Quick Claims Wednesday.
Yeah,
from
we
what
will be here Wednesday night.
Yeah, we'll definitely be here Wednesday night. Don't worry. Yes. Yeah. So that's pretty much the deal, Pickles. That's the scuttlebutt around the vintage. So if anybody has questions about tonight, feel free to ask. Remember, anything you purchase tonight is going to combine with anything that you purchased on Wednesday night from us during the Halloween sale with Rochelle. So invoices for tonight and this past Wednesday will go out tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. All right. So David is going to get us kicked off. And again, if you don't know how this works, just stick around, hang out. You'll figure it out. Super easy. And welcome. If you're new or you're a lurker, hi. Pop out and say hi. We want to welcome you.
Yeah. Hi.
Thank you, Laza. I know. I do too. I hate it for Rainbow.
Yeah. And we'll give you guys updates once we get her back tomorrow.
Mama will be a mess tomorrow. I guarantee you. I'm just reading it.
Yeah. So let's start off with a little piece of Morgantown glass, actually, and I was able to look this up in the Morgantown book that Sarah just got.
How
And
neat is that? Yeah.
yeah, really cool. So I was able to actually find out the actual name for it. It's a crinkle pitcher in the peacock blue, and that's by Morgantown. And in the 50s to 60s, they didn't keep going past the 60s as far as making pieces. So it's a nice, it kind of reminds me of Blinko as far as the style, giving you that almost like an ice chunk look to it. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's kind of, there you go. That's the color of blue, kind of right in between Viking blue and then the peacock blues, but it's
Yeah.
called crinkle peacock, and it's a smaller one. It's 6.5 inches tall, so it's not like a big pitcher. It's definitely a nice little one to have like at the table with some juice in it or something like that. Yeah, so the color is beautiful, and then
Very
as
rich.
you can see, it almost looks like a crinkly bag.
Mhm.
Has those little crinkles. There's no damage to it. And she had it sitting up in the windowsill, I think. Yeah, the windowsill, and the estate sale company may have put it
Yes.
up there, but it looked really pretty up there. It has a nice applied, smooth applied handle. Clarity is outstanding, even with the crinkle, and nice and clean. So it measures 6.5 inches tall, and it says in the book it says 28 ounce. So it's a 28 ouncer. So
Beautiful.
great. And I think it originally you could have got the little glasses to go with it. So if you find some little juice glasses in this style, that would be beautiful with it.
Yeah.
And I love that handle. Just nice, nice, beautiful glass. And Morgantown, I meant to write it down, but I know that they stopped making stuff. I think it was the late 60s. And I want to say they only started in like the 40s, but I can't say for certain.
I think that's why Morgantown pieces are more rare
Yeah.
because they just weren't in business as long as the others. And definitely had their own style, I think, too. Definitely did some knockoff Blinko style pieces, but some of their ultra smooth pieces are really nice too.
Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree. I think this would look nice, set with some of your milk glass as well. White glass, clear glass, anything like that. Oh, and one thing that we're starting to really like in our house, blue glass with amber glass really does pop.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you have some amber, that would look really nice with that as well. So, but you can use it as a pitcher, but also it would make a great little vase. But flowers like some white daisies popping out of it would look super summery, great for 4th of July time and all that. All
Heck
right.
yeah, gorgeous.
I'm not seeing any interest, so I will set this baby aside. It's $28 from Morgantown, nice and clean, no issues with sickness or anything like that. All right.
Interesting. I just saw Morgantown closed in 1971, but they were purchased by Fostoria in 1965. So really, they were technically only Morgantown through 65,
Okay, that's
and then Fostoria bought them.
very cool.
And then they closed in 71. So yeah, didn't weren't around a real long time.
Yeah, it does, Laza. It has like an ice look to it. Definitely fill it up with water, and you'd have a nice little table water pitcher. Because I mean, when you see the water and it's all blue like that, it definitely looks very thirst quenching.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, I will set it aside. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Yeah, I love that thick crinkle, and it's all imperfect. So like when you look at the lip, it even crinkles up on the lip. So just a really cool style. All right.
Okay, guys, I have a kitchen choice. And again, this everything from tonight is from the estate sale over the weekend. So these were hauled straight out of a collector's kitchen. I'm starting these at 20 for choice. And the first one, actually, hang on just a second. I'm trying to see if that is a little crack. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm actually going to do this one for 18. And this will do for a little bit cheaper just because I did find a hairline right there. You can see it's not completely structural, but at the same time, I want you to know it is there. Now, the best part is the little spoons came all together, and these actually will hang with a little nail. And you can see on the back, it says Cardinal China Company, Pat Pending. These dated to the 40s and 50s. I actually own the same one. I have it sitting on the back part of my range. and it holds little measuring spoons. So each one is a little spoon, which is so great. You hardly ever see these. I see these occasionally, but you hardly ever see them with actually the little teaspoons and everything in them. So there is the hairline. I just noticed that. So I knocked it down a couple bucks. And yeah, I love that you can hang it up. And
Yeah.
it's so cute. It's like a little lollipop tree to me. I just think it's the cutest thing. So that is going to be choice number one. Okay. Choice number two is this great groovy old jar. It says twist off on the sides. And it looks like somebody put some Meyer cord decals on the jar, which I think is awesome. I actually once upon a time used to sell items that I made with Meyer cord decals. So it's neat to see the old ones in use. You've got a mixing bowl and some kitchen accoutrements. And then in on the sides, you also have these Meyer cord decals from times gone by, which I think are so cute. Inside, the entire thing is filled with vintage cookie cutters. And they all have little individual. I told you she was a dealer. So I've just left some of her pricing on stuff. It's not what I paid for it. This is stuff that she was selling. But you've got great, look at the little bird, little cookie cutters all over, little Scotty dog, little triangle. Let's see, we've got, looks like a sheep. And this is $18, guys, for choice. Again, the jar itself is absolutely fabulous with the lid, original, but it includes all of the vintage little cookie cutters inside. Got like a little horse, more little doggies, and then looks like a little pig. That's cute. These would make the cutest cookies, you guys.
Yeah.
Little, I think that might be like a little goat. This is a cow. Love that one. Another little bird. And the last one is another goat. So super cool with all of the vintage cookie cutters inside, straight out of the estate sale kitchen, truly.
Yeah.
She was a dealer. She didn't mess around. She had all good stuff and she had great taste. It's always sad too, because I always feel like for the most part, the estate sales we go to, these people are long gone, but she and I would have gotten along so well. I would have just loved to have met her because she had such cool stuff and a great eye.
Yeah.
So that is for the jar with all of the cookie cutters inside, or the little measuring spoon lollipop tree from the 50s. We're going to count them down. Thank you, Perry and Robin, for the bids. Here we go. 15. Bree, she was 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 bid end. Thank you. Thank you. I know, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
So cool. Karen said, still packing glass up in this tiny home. Who let me buy all this orange glass?
I don't know.
And you may have some gifts on the way too. You just never know.
I don't know.
All right. There is our bid end. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, Robin. Congratulations, love. Would you like the measuring spoons or the jar with the cookie cutters? Or you can certainly take both. And then Perry is right behind Robin. And Perry, you let us know what you were going for too. Okay. Thank you guys. And I will communicate with you in the comments. Congrats.
Ooh. All right. Very fun round. Love those things. All right. Hey, Shabby. It's good to see you. So this is a unique find. And it was just, I don't really go into estate sales thinking, oh, I want to find an umbrella. But she had a collection of antique and vintage umbrellas. This one, I could not find anything on it. I couldn't find a brand or anything. The only thing that has any kind of branding on it is the sleeve for the umbrella. It has a B. Try to get that. There we go. Focusing in. And you can see the umbrella little pieces. They're all intact, nice condition, nice strong umbrella. But what really caught me was just the fact that we've got this little handle and it's full of squirrels and oak leaves. And this is the oak bark here. And so that's like it reminds me of pewter. as far as the color, but it's a very sturdy metal. So I don't know exactly what it's made of, but it is a higher end umbrella. So I'm just starting at $30 because I could not find it. She had multiple antique umbrellas that I popped open, and they were just a little too far gone. This one is complete, so you unbutton it, and I'm going to show you. So you just slide her up, and on the front, it's a nice bright red. There's just a little bit of, like dark from folding it up after use in the rain, and sits next to the metal. Otherwise, there's no tears, and it's in really nice condition. So you click it up, and you've got a huge umbrella, bright red. But I absolutely love this handle.
Yeah, the handle is really unique and pretty. I only could find one other, and the one that I found like it was made in England, and the squirrels were on wood instead of on metal.
Yes.
It was the same squirrels, so I felt like it may be something that was purchased in the UK, but there is a tag on the inside that says "Made in Japan." So we know, it's definitely like 60s
Yes.
Japan. We just don't know like a brand or anything,
Yeah.
but it's so unique and so pretty and definitely will shield you from the rain.
Well, and she had a really cool umbrella holder. It looked like Edwardian. Yeah, this says nylon, 100% made in Japan. Yeah, there's nothing else on the tag. But yeah, it's got the tag right in. No, well, okay, this is bad luck, I think. So, but yeah, it's a great piece for a prop if you want to do props. But like, it's also a great accessory if you're wearing red or whatever. You're going out and it's going to rain. It's a great little piece to have. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I see your bid for 30. And let's count it down. I'm sorry, Phil. I hope you get to feeling better.
Thanks, honey. Yeah.
But yeah, it folds up nice and easy. There's no issues there at all. And it was just displayed in a stand, just sitting in there like this. Yeah.
Pee-wee is right. The handle drew us in for sure. And the fact that it has its original slip cover, all the little buttons work. I mean, it's a really nice
Yes.
1960s umbrella. And I also wonder, like, who used it? Where did they go?
Oh.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was such a collector and she had a collection of umbrellas, I was like, this one's in great condition. I don't know about it, but I know it's good quality because she had it. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and count down. We're looking for 31 or more. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, love that handle. 15. Hey, Nettie. 14, 13, 12. Yes, Pee Wee. Some of them go way up there.
Yeah.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's got that nice, probably like an aluminum type of metal or a pressed metal for the tip. That's about 3.5, almost 4 inches. So, and it measures right at 30 inches long. So it's a big umbrella. So.
Belonged to Lovey Howell. That's right.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. That's all yours for 30. Congrats.
Thank you, Lynn. Congrats. Okay, guys, I'm going to get right into Doll Town. I have several dolls to get through tonight. The first one, oh my heck, it was Dollapalooza, and I'm not talking like those QVC dolls, okay? I'm talking like the good collectible vintage dolls that we all love. And I also got collectors books on dolls too. So I'll be bringing those in the near future, probably some on Wednesday night. I have a ton of guidebooks we're going to go through Wednesday night. So this one is a Girl Scout dolly. And it took me a bit to research her and figure her out. I knew when I got her for sure, based on her little shoes and her little socks and everything, she was definitely older. She came, this is the stand that she was in at the estate sale. And what I learned about these little Girl Scout dolls is they came in a box, and there were brownie ones as well. and it looks like they were called Terry Lee dolls. It dates to 1956 to 1958. So these were made for a couple of years for Terry Lee. And then what I also found out is that if you got your Terry Lee Girl Scout or Brownie doll, then you could also get extra Girl Scout outfits. Of course, they had to find a way to market to the Girl Scouts. You could buy outfits for your Girl Scout doll in the little Girl Scout publications that they put out at the time, which I thought was pretty cool. I am going to start her at 60. These are not easy to come by with everything on them. She has her original hat. Her hair is perfect. Her body is absolutely great. She does have her little white bloomers on underneath, little green socks, and these dolls go up there. If you look up the Terry Lee Ginger doll, that seems to be who we have here. Now, let me tell you height on her. She is highly collectible. Her hat is felt, and she is at 8.5 inches tall, and she's not very wide. She's like 3 inches wide. Brie, I know after you just went through all of your grandma's dolls, I tied into these amazing dolls at the estate sale, and I just couldn't believe it. She also has little blinky blue eyes. So we know she dates to 56 to 58. Does she know how to tie a knot? Yes. I think I got a badge for that, Karen. That's great. That's great. So, super, super cute. Great shape, no issues. The original belt, original socks, original shoes, original hat. Again, these will be going on eBay if they don't find a home here. Pretty penny for these little Girl Scout Terry Lee dolls. And actually, the brand is called the Classic Doll Co. But they made the Terry Lee dolls especially for the Girl Scouts. But then for whatever name they said her name is Ginger. I'm not sure about that. Girl version of Buddy Lee, maybe, but I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same people. I'm selling thin mints and pecan spin wheels and delights. I have all the sugary snacks for your thighs. Yes, I do. She's super cute. Yeah, she's peddling her cookies. And again, really nice little doll. Pristine condition. Everything we got there was just great. So 60 if anybody is interested. If not, oh, okay, her hair is gingery red. Maybe that. So maybe Ginger was referring to the color of her hair.
Have a ginger.
That is completely possible. Okay. And then that's why she's Terry Lee by the Classic Doll Co. Okay. That makes sense.
Cool.
Again, 56 through 58, very collectible little Girl Scout doll. If anybody's interested, grab her here. We will be putting her on eBay. All right. Isn't that cute? I know, Elaine, it's like an exact replica. And then I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it, but they had more outfits that you could order from the back of the little Girl Scout catalog for the Terry Lee doll. So,
That's cool.
all right, guys, $60. Anybody interested? Going on. All right. Thank you, guys.
Well, and I will say, I just saw Beth said that Terry Lee made Nun Dolls too. From that same estate sale, we got a Nun Doll, and so I have a feeling that's a Terry Lee.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I have a really cool toy. I grabbed it because I'd never seen one that when it sits. Okay, it was just sitting on the table like this, and so I was like, okay. Saw the price and I was like, okay, this is intriguing, and I picked it up, and it's just a hanging donkey. So what I loved about it and why I did go ahead and pick it up is it is a Fisher Price, and you can see the Fisher Price on there. It is patented at this point, but even with that, this is from the 30s. So 1930s Fisher Price. This is one of the first 16 toys that Fisher Price designed and made. Yes, very hard to find. Thank you, Sarah. And there's only one issue right here, and it's just part of this string is unraveling. It still works. I'm not going to mess with it. you could retie it down. I would just leave it alone and just don't let the kids play too rough with it. He is called the Dizzy Donkey pop-up critter. So the way you do these is you first pull it up here so you don't break them, and then all of a sudden he's all together, just
He's
like
a
that.
cool donkey. And then, oh no, he's
No,
gone
no,
limp.
no donkey. But yeah, you can stand him up. You can get him stood up and then fasten this down to display him. I know you can do that. But yeah, it's a really cool toy made out of wood, um, over 90 years old.
Yes, it's a 30s Fisher Price. And again, do I have the Fisher Price guidebook because she was a Fisher Price collector? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
She loved toys, you could tell, which is why I was like, God, I would love to meet this lady. She was just clearly so cool. And this was one of the Fisher Prices she had, and we were like, we have to get her.
So yeah, he kind of lays down a little bit, and then you can pull him back up.
What was his name?
His name is Dizzy Donkey, and they were called pop-up critters. So they did a couple of different critters, I'm sure. But yeah, the donkey is the pop-up critter from 1930s, Fisher Price. Keep him popped up so you can see underneath there.
Uh-huh. I know. So cool. I agree, Pee-wee. Yeah, they totally did. But this is big. You know, usually when you see the smaller little wooden ones, they're just only yay big. This guy is, yeah, a nice size. And when I saw Fisher Price on it, I was like, I have never seen a Fisher Price logo in person that looks this old.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, if you're a toy collector, Fisher Price collector, this is a must-have in your collection. Like I said, one of the first 16 toys Fisher Price made. I don't know how old Fisher Price is. I don't know when they started, but I would guess probably in the 20s.
Yeah.
But so 32 for this guy, very collectible, very rare, and it is in great condition for its age. All wood, nails, and string. That's it.
So cool. What a fun toy.
Oh
And
no!
such a great collectible. Again, yeah,
Yeah.
good price on this. Yes,
I'm
they go
sorry.
up. If you find the old ones, these are very collectible. Hang on to them.
Yes, very collectible, and yeah, all of his paint's pretty much intact. Not, it hasn't been scraped on concrete or anything like that. So, and he measures. Did I write it down? Yeah, 10 inches long for the wood paddle. So the original wood paddle is 10 inches long, and then the donkey is about 5 inches tall. All right. So I'm not seeing any interest. We'll just keep him up for a second. Well, Dizzy Donkey, you want to go to the side? He said yes.
Beth Kemper says, yes, you do have interest. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Founded
yeah.
in 1930, owned by Mattel since 92. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So founded in 1930. Well, this is, like I said,
One of their first, yeah, one of the first primitive little toys. And then
yeah,
they expanded from there.
yeah, so great. Well,
The
thank
Fisher
you.
guidebook that I have downstairs, I can't wait to pour over too.
Yeah,
Because I've never even seen the guidebook for that. So
and you can do the two different strings and have him do things. I just don't want to really push my limit with him, you know.
yeah.
So that's just one of those things. I do it like that to lift him up, just because I don't want to pull the string so too hard. Sorry about that, Shannon. Hope you have a good evening. So let's count him down. Beth is at 32 for our Fisher Price from the 30s. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to get a home. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did it. Yeehaw. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
that's super cool.
I haven't played with him too much, but yeah, you can definitely get him to do different things the more you mess with him.
Now I'm going to be on the lookout for more of these because I didn't even know they made these. This is
I
just
didn't
crazy.
either. I didn't either. All right. Thank you so much, Beth. Coming to you, and we will wrap him up with love. Put that butt down.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So next up for me is going to be a choice of items. And I love them all. They're so cute. They're so pretty for summer. And the choice is going to start at $20. And oof, here we go. All right. So first up In my choice for 20 is this gorgeous piece of whole pottery. This dates to 1956 and it is beautiful. It has a yummy texture you can kind of see from the glare and the light. And then it's got butterflies and flowers all over it. Now, there are a lot of pieces in this pattern. I like how girly it is. I like pink and blue. I do. Sue me. If you don't like pink and blue, I'm sorry. I love pink and blue. And I just think it is precious. It is also marked on the back right here, Hull, USA. You see 1956 there. Item number B7 in the butterfly set. Size wise, so you know what you're getting. This is 10 inches long by 7 inches wide, and the height is right at 3 inches. So it is such a beautiful piece, really functional. You could use it as a planter if you wanted to. You certainly could use it for serving food and so on. I think it looks nice, really displayed. And I have sold several pieces from this pattern over the years, and I just love it. Such a mid-century, springy, cute pattern. So that's going to be choice one. Choice number two is in the same pattern, and it's the sugar and creamer. And I'll tell you, this set usually goes for around 40. And I have it at half of that. I got these pieces at a really good price. And this is the creamer. So it is in excellent shape, no chips or cracks. And look at the mid-century shape on that. And look at those little mid-century feet. How good is this? Love that it sits up on the little pedestal feet. You've got that really funky angular little handle. And then it is that yummy turquoise blue on the inside. So gorgeous piece. You've got the blue butterfly on this side and the pink butterfly on this side. And of course, it goes beautifully with the bowl that I just showed.
Yeah.
And then this is the sugar bowl. And it is in excellent shape as well. Same little funky handle. I just love it.
Great top.
And yeah, the top is perfect. You have the little black butterfly there. No issues on the inside. Same little funky pedestal legs. I like it because it almost looks like its hand is on his hip. This little has attitude.
Yeah, totally.
I know, just darling. This has a manufacturer flaw from the black paint from the butterfly. They got a little sloppy right here. On the paint that is part of the piece, but yeah, it is so darling. These look so good together, and of course, you know I had to grab these. I love that pink.
For sure.
So that's choice number two. Sugar and creamer are coming together. All right. Next choice are these 3 chalkware bluebirds, and they are also coming together. Really great. Now, these bluebirds are made by USA Pottery. Usually it's Miller Studios that does all the fun chalkware stuff, but USA Pottery made these, and I have a third bird to add to the mix. They all have their wire hangers on the back, and none of them have any chips or cracks. These date to the 1950s, as did a lot of things from her house.
Yeah.
And they are beautiful. They're in really good shape, and there are all of their wire hangers look just like this. Okay, so just so fantastic. And I'll show you the choices again, and then we'll count down. First choice was the Hull 1956 bowl. Second choice was the Hull matching sugar and creamer. Third choice was the chalkware bluebirds. I just think all of this looks just phenomenal together.
I like the fact that you put those all together in a choice because I think they would look great together.
It's good, right? I know. I love it too. So we're gonna start a countdown. Robin, Ginger, friends, I see all of your bids. Thank you guys so much. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid in. Thank you. I bring the whimsy. I do like, you guys know me. I like pretty little pieces. I do. That's my eye pretty much for the most part. So thank you guys so much for your bids. I appreciate all of you. Ginger, your 48 came in right after the bid in, sweetheart. So Robin took the bid. Robin, would you like the creamer and sugar? Robin, would you like the bowl? Or would you like the chalkware little bluebirds, which actually look really cute with all of it too? So just let me know which one or ones. And then behind Robin Ginger at 40, that is where we are. And then Karen Chase at 25. All right. So I am okay. Robin is taking the birds. Fantastic, Robin. Those are yours. Thank you so much. Ginger, let me know if you would like the whole butterfly dish or if you would like the sugar and creamer. Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations. Love it.
See that?
How's it going, doll? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. All right. So yes, just let me know, Ginger, what you want to do. She's taking blame me, Ginger. They're a great set. Thank you so much, doll. Congrats.
Thank you so much. And we are over 100 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much. Please give a thumbs up. Helps us get views. Just nice and easy way to do it. So
yes,
to help. So I've got. Oh, I don't have a choice. I just have an item. So let me do that again. There we go. Okay, so my next item is glass as well. Beautiful picture. Oh man, the light behind me is really taking it out. There we go. So it's made by Fenton. And when I was looking this up, Fenton made these in the 1940s. Some of them are just bases. Some of them are like the pitcher with the one handle. Some of them are two handle. And then there are different sizes. When I was looking online and deciding if I wanted to get or what I wanted to start at 38 because I got them for a decent deal. However, this size, because it's the larger size, it's I didn't even write it down. I believe it's 11 inches tall. Goes for a little bit more. Yeah, 11 inches tall. They go for usually between 50 and 80, anywhere in there. So I think $38 is a really good price on this because we were able to get that. It's the coin dot. So you can see those nice clear little windows all the way through. The coin dot in the French style. And then you've got the ruffle top. And it's the opalescent. So there's no glow to it. It has a nice swirl to the white, which was intended. Just a really beautiful piece. When it gets sun on it or any kind of colorful light, it really does illuminate nicely. But yeah, this is one that I would say if you wanted to use it like as a base, set it like that, you put the applied handle to the back and it just has that base look. But you could also definitely use it as an actual pitcher. Clear applied handle is amazing. So you've got the little texture.
Wow.
There we go. Little bumps going all the way so you can get that nice lift on the handle. It's not going to slip out of your hand. And just that really big base, almost like Bristol glass, that style. So you've got a little bit gap between the base and the bottom. Yeah, so just a really beautiful piece with that coin dot. There you go. You can see all of the little windows in there. Very interesting. And yeah, it displays nicely with your other milk glass pieces, or if you're a Fenton collector, this is definitely a nice one to put behind everything else and just kind of display size. So it's not like one of those little mini pitchers or anything. It's a nice, sturdy, large pitcher. And yeah, that handle's applied nicely. Show you down inside. I didn't even have to clean it up. They had this up on the hutch with all of their other glass. Definitely taken care of really nicely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth.
Gorgeous pieces. I mean, just beautiful stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
Lovely Fenton collection. Lovely. She had Viking. She had a lot of uranium glass and a lot of jadeite. That was really priced up there, though. Anything that glows, they just usually really hike. So.
Yep. And yeah, I will say this is one of those pieces that about a year ago was going for about 3 times as much on these sales. The value is still there. It's just, the demand. So it's a really good get at this price, and it will retain its value. So thank you so much, guys. I see Susan, Lee, and Beth. We're going to count it down. Once again, it's 11 inches tall.
Hey, Maria.
14. Hey, Maria. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Pardon me.
Bless you. Beautiful piece of Fenton. And think about like red, white, and blues coming up over the summer. And then, I mean, just so many things you can do with it. It looks great with Christmas stuff too, if you put some
Heck
red
yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Stunner. Absolutely.
Beth,
Gorgeous.
going.
Thank you. And there is our bid in from Lisa Girl. It looks like Beth. Yes.
All right. So
Yes,
Beth.
on YouTube. Yes. Helen.
All right. So Beth, I got you for this for 48. Now, Susan Lee, I did get 2 of them. So if you want one for 45, you can have the second one. I was going to save it and put it on eBay and get a little bit more money. But since there's 2 people, if you want one, I'd rather get it to you here. So just let me know. Thank you guys.
Yes, surprise, there's 2. And we were so excited about that too. And she had a lot of things in 2s. The Viking blue vases she had in 2s as well. And we bought both of those. So yay, surprise. You got it. Congratulations, ladies. Those are fantastic. Okay, so I am bringing a doll. It's probably the most expensive doll I have ever found in the wild, and I didn't even know these existed because I don't collect dolls, but boy do I appreciate dolls and like dolls and have fun picking dolls. And okay, so here she is in all of her glory. I am starting her at 175, and if you know, you know. This is a Miss Nancy Ann doll. Now, Nancy Ann storybook dolls, we all know, started, like 30s, and a lot of them had composite faces, and they all had a character that corresponded to someone in a storybook, yada, yada. So later on, they made a line of more grown-up dollies, and she is one of them. So I could not believe she has her original glasses. She has her original purse that has her name of Ginger on it. And she dates to the late 50s, like 58, 59. Kathy says, I know. I about died when I researched her. I grabbed her. I grabbed her because of her glasses. I thought her glasses were cool. And I thought the pattern on her little dress was just about the cutest thing I'd ever seen. By the way, look at this pattern. Oh my gosh. It's got little hearts and little flowers. And she has on her original shoes with, hold on, wait for it. She has on her original stockings, guys. She has
that's cool.
little nylons on, and her feet are big. These are not like Barbie feet. Like, this is a different size doll. She is larger than a Barbie. Her body is stockier than a Barbie. You can see her little bloomers and her legs. There is this little lace crinoline underneath, and then the petticoat lays on that. There is a little snap and a belt, and then her purse. Holy cow, the last one of these sold for 225. No, I'm not kidding. And I'm bringing her for 175. If she doesn't find a home here, of course, I'm throwing her on the bay, but I would much rather sell it to someone here for less than what I'm going to put it on eBay for. So, yes, she is very similar to a Miss Revlon doll, what I found out. The only difference between these and the Revlon dolls really is the size. And I'll show you. So she actually stands. She is right at like 11 inches tall. So she is good sized. I don't know if you noticed too, her little fingernails are painted red, as well as her little toenails in her shoes. That's her stockings. You can see the nylon ends on her stockings. Her backside is excellent. I found her in a dusty basement. So I couldn't believe it. And then I started researching these Miss Nancy Ann dolls. And again, if you know, you know, they are very expensive. And it's because they were a little bigger, they were a little more stylized, and they gave them modern clothes. A lot of the Nancy Ann dolls have like period outfits on. And so they made these to appeal to a little bit older girls at the time,
Cool.
and they are hella collectible. So, 175 for our Ginger. She is a Miss Nancy Ann from the late 50s. And quite a snazzy little dresser, very similar to the Revlon dolls put out by Ideal. And Ideal was really good about that in copying whatever was trending and popular. They didn't have the web, so they just had to all copy each other, right? Again, very high-end collectible little doll. And if you are interested, 175, believe it or not, is $50 less than what you would actually pay for her elsewhere. So, going once, going twice. She really is perfect. There is not a thing wrong with her. And I'll take her glasses off so you can see her little eyes.
On her face.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. So, I will send her to eBay. Think about it. I'll bring her back for the recap if anybody wants her. She's an investment, but she is also crazy, crazy collectible. So, 175 if anybody's interested, and if not, I completely understand. I'm going to eBay.
All I can think of is like a bunch of stack of books and putting her right in front of. She almost looks like the librarian, you know.
Oh, she is.
She's cute.
It's just, oh, she's to die for. I love her.
Very cool. Well, I have a toy from that estate sale, and this is one of the few things that I did grab that isn't working perfect. So it does have all of its working components. The only thing that is missing is this would have had little, little antennae coming out here. I think they were like springs, little springs. So you can put a little spring in there if you wanted to. But you've got the little motion eyes. And this is actually made by OK Toy Company in Japan. Get it to focus for us. There you go. So we've got his marking there. And it's originally a wind-up toy. So the bug on top is the winder. Now, it has been overwound. So after a couple of winds, it slips. But it still does have the friction component. So you can see the eyes can still move around if you push it on, like on the ground. And it'll move around, and then this bug will still spin around like it originally did. So when you spin it to wind it up, you hear that, that's where it spins out. So it's all still there, and there's a way to fix that. I just don't know how to, but it's for display, really. So you can see it all still moves, but it just gets too tight.
It's like it's been overwound.
Overwound.
Yeah.
But you've got your little feet here, and so one is a free spinner, and this is the one that's attached to the gears. And so you can see it gets going, and then it stops. So it's all there. I think you could probably actually get it going if you wanted to spend a couple of days on it. But I mean, for display, this guy right here goes for anywhere from 60 to 80 online. And so as far as a display, get it set up to where you want for the bug forward and for the eyes, and it really, really looks great when you're summer display. So you got the blues. Yeah, isn't it?
I have never seen this particular one with the little ladybug on top.
Yeah.
So we've sold a jillion of these 10 toys over the years, but never this one.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see a new one, you know?
Yeah, and I love the fact that of all the toys, I've never seen one where the winding component is actually part of the toy rather than just sticking out the side.
Right.
So definitely a different style. They probably didn't make many like that because they probably got torn up pretty easy by winding them up here. But you can see it gets going, but it just
Our eyes, yeah.
So you can show it off and show how it works. You're just not going to be able to take it outside and play for a half a day with it. So, but you can, spin them around, get them moving, get those eyes moving. And he measures right at about, I did not measure. Yeah, 5 inches long. So it's a big bug. It's not like a little itty bitty guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good size. And Japan is stamped on there somewhere.
Yes. OK Toy Japan, right back here. And you can see the paint is pretty well off. A little bit of scratching, but not much. Yeah. And then there's no rust, no dinging, like big dings or anything like that. And yeah, so $38. It's a really cute bug. This is the first time I've ever seen this guy, so I think he's definitely
No.
a harder to find guy.
That's fun.
Look at him. Look at him go. Oh my gosh. All right. So I will set him to the side if you guys want to think about it. 38. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right,
Uh-huh.
guys.
Awesome. Okie dokie. All right. So again, speaking of rarities, and you know how it goes when you find things from a collector, we expect them to be on the rare side. I grabbed her because I thought she was cute. Little did I know the last one like her sold for $130. I'm going to start her at 50. Okay. So this is a Joseph Originals. And this is from the Make Believe series. And she is the little girl that is making believe. She is serving tea. And she is in her fancy little cotillion outfit. And these little applied flowers are perfect. No damage, no issues. It's crazy. She dates to the 1950s when they did the Make Believe series. Now she is bigger than like the birthday girls. She's a bigger size. She is right at 6.5 inches tall, and she is almost 5 inches wide. She is marked on the bottom and signed Joseph Originals here. So you know she is the real deal. Her backside has this huge bow, and I love the ribbons that hang down. So pretty. No chips, no cracks, no issues. I know, Brie, I just about died. I had actually not seen this one before. And like I said, this particular one sold recently for $130 because it is rare. And apparently in the make believe line, there is a little girl that is fanning herself. There is a little girl playing in pearls. And then there's the little girl with a parasol, and then there's this one with the tea. So those sets were, basically um showing little girls playing make believe and different avenues of life,
Yeah.
and really rare, really rare Joseph Originals figurine. This is way less than you'll probably find her elsewhere, and again, if she doesn't sell here, it's okay, we'll send her to eBay, but I wanted to offer to you guys first at this price. She is such a sweetheart. So 50 if anybody is interested in her. Hard to find, and again, made in the 50s. And just beautiful shape.
Does she have a gold slipper sticking out of her dress?
Yes, we have her little gold slipper sticking out of her floofies at the bottom, which almost kind of look like little bubbles, don't they?
Yeah.
Look how precious and dainty her little teapot and her teacup is. And I love too that she has 99% of your Joseph girls have open eyes.
Mhm.
She has kind of the closed eyes, like she's paying attention to what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Yeah.
So really sweet and crazy hard to find Joseph Originals figurine from the 50s. And again, the series that she is from is called the Make Believe series. It came out about the same time as the Little Homemakers, if you're familiar with that series of Joseph girls as well. So again, $50, great price on her. Super sweet, no issues, just lovely.
Yeah.
All right, going once, going twice. I'm headed eBay. All right.
I'm surprised she still has her teapot and everything still attached. Like,
I know.
petite little fella. All right. My next round, I've got two clocks, and I got them together so I can show them at the same time. Let me adjust my life a little bit. All right. So these are from the 1930s, and they're both from the same estate sale. The first day, I grabbed this guy. This one was unearthed between that and the second day. But what I wanted to note was this one right here did have a sticker on the back that talked about being serviced sometime probably in the 70s. So I just want to show this one is nice and clean. I didn't have to do any cleaning on it. This one has been cleaned by a professional clock company here in the Springs. This one hasn't. So I did clean on this one. It could use some more love. So I'm going to show you when you get into the key spot right there. You can see there's a little bit of buildup. Has been freed up and it's nice and clean as far as working.
Oh yeah.
But you would want to, just oil it up every like 6 months to keep them going. But I'm going to show them. Well, let's show you on the back first. So they're both done by the Keebler. So the Keebler Clock Co. And they are done in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This one, it has the patent pending, which is pretty interesting because this one here, I think the patent, this one has 2 patents pending. This would have been the second clock that they made. And then this would have been the first. So this is their iconic first clock that the Keebler clock company made. And you've got the motion right here with the metal bird feeding the little baby bluebirds. Hey, Robin, I see your bid. Thank you so much. So on this one here, when it goes back and forth, he just goes and he's feeding his little bird. Or
Mama's feeding the babies.
Yeah, little bluebird. And it does work. I'll show you in just a second. Now, this one came without a nut right here. I will look through my hardware because I do think I have a little one that I can put on there that'll fit before I ship it off. But just noting that it's missing the original nut, but it does stay intact and everything. So from the 30s, so these are pretty old. And this one, they're not going to come with a key. They're going to come wound up. But I'll tell you the key size. So this one here, the key size to wind it up is size 2, which you can get those online between $5 and $10. I buy these. You can buy these where they have all the different sizes on 2 different ones for like $15.
Yes.
Very helpful. So they won't come with the key, but everything else is included. So that's the first one that they made. And then the second one that they made while they were still waiting for the other patent to be approved is this one with the little red bird. And instead of feeding anything, it's like a standard cuckoo clock. That bird comes out and in. So let's get these off there and I'll show you. Slowly comes out and then he's like, oh no, comes back in. What's really cool too, not that it really matters, but that bird glows like a Dickens, like totally. So it's like orange paint that actually pops out almost red. But so that guy just pops out and then the other one feeds the babies. And so there's the marking on the back side of this one. You've got the 2 different patents. All right, so let me put these up here and show them how they're ticking. And I have had these going for a day and a half now, and they do not stop, so they do really well. I did get the pendulums on there nice and strong. They are fixed into the clock. So that's how they were made, so they won't come off. So when you're unpackaging it, you'll want to be careful not to bend it because it'll make it to where it won't work quite right. So I also, one thing I did like is you've got the Roman numerals here, and then on this one you have just the standard numbers. So a little bit different design, but almost the same year of design. So, and you can see, that guy's trying to hit up against the wall. But yeah, you can see they love to get going, and that little bird's just coming in and out. And the way they hang with the pendulum, they're about 6.5 inches long, but the clock body is about 5 inches.
I love the little red bird one too. That one is precious.
Yeah,
It's a little mini cuckoo clock.
Yeah, and they're fun to listen to. Get them both going at the same time, you go crazy, but it's worth it. So great collectible clocks. Robin's in at 42. This is for choice. Anybody else wants to get in, looking for 43 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and glowy little bird. Thank you so much, Robin.
Yeah, these are great, David. I'm so glad you got these.
Thank you. These are some of my favorite things to find, little novelty clocks.
Absolutely. You know it. Okay, Robin.
All right.
Bid out there. Fantastic. You get your choice, bluebird or redbird. Let us know.
Yes, let me know. And so this one takes a size 3 for the key, and this one takes a size 2. I have no idea why. Okay, Robin, coming to you. And I'll make sure that they're wound up so you can, all you have to do is hang it up, set the clock, always go forward, not backwards, and then just get that guy going. And then it'll start ticking. All right. Thank you so much, Robin.
Fantastic, Robin. Congratulations. Those are wonderful. Okay. I have some cutie pie, cutie things. And I'm going to do these for choice. I'm starting them at 22. And typically these little pillows, when I do find them, sometimes they're so grody, I just don't pick them up.
Do you want a cough drop?
I'm okay. I just went and got some more water. Thank you.
Because I was like, you're about to play with a pillow.
No, these are actually fine. It's the ephemera that was killing me last.
Yeah.
So these are hand tinted. They date to the 1930s and 1940s. Again, collector's home. And you could tell she loved dogs. And this is just absolutely precious. So this is all hand embroidered. And then a lot of times these hand tinted pieces, and when I say tinted, that means that the fabric right in here was tinted in a particular way. Now, sometimes they would color it and use crayon, no lie. They would use charcoal pencils to do different tints, but typically the methodology was crayon, and then it would fade, which is why you see a lot of these in kind of like a faded condition. The color would fade the more times you washed them, but they used crayons to tint dye their embroidery at times. So this is, again, a little feed sack pillow. You can see that it is white on the back. It does have like a little spot here, little spot there. Par for the course for, being almost 100 years old.
Right.
And it has the original puffy stuff inside. It does not have zippers or anything, and I have not soaked or washed it because I'm going to leave that up to the buyer. I did not want to mess up any of the color on the embroidery. So just precious. This is your first choice, the 3 puppies. Second choice is this adorable one, and it is puppies and playing instruments. So you've got the little brown dog blowing on the horn, and then the little white dog is playing the piano, sitting on the bench. And look, you've even got a little music note up there. How cute is that? There's a little red edge around this one. And the stuff in this one, it really could use a restuff for those of you that sew. It's filled, just haphazardly because, again, you're looking at a pillow that's about 90 years old. Same sweet hand tinted design. And how cute is this, you guys? Look at all of the embroidery. These are just the cutest.
I love this one.
I know. I love them too. They are so sweet. So 22 for choice. Again, collector estate sale. I thought these were just precious. Had to grab them to bring them to you. Right. Robin is in at 22. Anybody else wants to get in on these fabulous finds from our estate sale, now is the time. And again, these hand tinted pieces date to the 30s and 40s. So they have seen some things. All right. If anybody else wants to throw down a bid, now is the time. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. Hi guys, welcome in. Please, we are so close to 100 likes. If you would help out the channel, thank you. Robin is at 22, and that was the only bid. Holy cow. Okay, so Robin, do you want one or both? Just let me know. And let me know if you want 2 dogs or 3. All right. Thank you guys. Congrats, Robin.
Congrats, Robin. All right, I have. This is one of my favorite finds of this estate sale, and this was a different. This was the first estate sale we went to, and was one of the main reasons we went. Um, cool, Robin. I like three dogs.
You
Um,
want the dog sign? Okay.
a beautiful brutalist piece. Now this is a one of a kind. There's not another one out there. This is done in 1964. I'm going to show you the base, and we're just going to kind of talk about it. So the identification label on the bottom is for the entry into the 22nd annual Louisiana State Art Exhibition. We've got the dates down here, but 1964, and the artist is John W. Walker. It's got his address there, and the title of this piece is, and it's a heavy piece. Title of this piece is Butterflies, and the medium used was welded brass. Obviously, the base is like an onyx as well, but this piece right here is, like I said, a one of a kind. And in 1964, the people that got this, they went to that exhibition and they purchased it. They thought, "Wow, this is such an amazing piece. I've got to buy it." And they had the purchase price on here as well, $75 originally in 1964. So with that being said, I feel like 200 is an amazing price, and that is the lowest I could even possibly go without keeping it. Thank you, Laza and Beth. Yeah, it's just a stunning piece. It is also stamped on the back here, Walker 64, dated. So you
Wow.
can see it's a very professional piece. The brass pieces are very thick, almost quarter-inch thick in some pieces, and it's all one continuous piece. And there's a couple of different pieces out there by other well-known artists that did brutalist stuff, like the Birds in Flight, kind of the same type of pattern. Those types of brutalist pieces by Gier, um, go up to 1600, 2000, that type of thing. Same type of medium, less known artist, but obviously a very good artist. Piece like this is just one that would stand out in any kind of mid-century or a modern display. And it measures right at 14 and a half inches tall. And then the span at the top, I want to say, is more. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's 14 across. So it's almost a perfect square, even though you've got all that free form.
That is good.
Yeah, Brad, you're right. That's correct. I did kind of do that math. I looked, and it's equivalent to, yeah, a very, very nice trip somewhere.
Wow.
As far
That's
as
a lot. That's cool, Brad. Thanks for Googling that. That's interesting.
it really
So,
is.
yeah, that's, I mean, and seven, yeah, wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so this is one of those pieces, like I said, I won't ever see this again. I won't ever bring one of these to a sale again because there's only one of them.
Yeah.
And I can't find this artist anymore. He's probably since gone, and probably before internet was invented. So, you know, might find some of his stuff out there in the future, but who knows? But just going to stand this right here, just so you can see. Very large piece, and it's one of those that if it doesn't sell here, we're totally fine. We tried it in different spots of our house. There's just we're full up. So this is one of those pieces that we'll put to eBay if no interest here. But if you're looking for a brutalist piece, this is so much better than anything you'll find that is like from the 70s and 80s brutalist, where they are basically remaking with less materials, remaking the same style thing.
And
This
I mean, the Homco stuff is cool. Don't get me wrong. We have some Homco brutalists, but when you compare, like, we actually put this up
next
to what the Homco we have. I was like, there's just no comparison. Like, we can't even sit these together. This is
right.
so spectacular. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those. It was in an art exhibit. I can see it on on like it's, I don't know, a column or something with lights hitting it, just all on its own. So think about it. If anybody was interested, I will bring it back for the recap at 200. Once again, from 64, done by Walker, and he does have it stamped here as well as his sticker on the bottom. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you guys. All right, let's do these. These are, where did they go? All right, these are my antique glass mirrored albums. I'm going to go ahead and do those. And I am asking 65 for choice on these. They are early 1900s. I have two. And of course, I wanted to buy them both. So there would be a choice if someone felt so inclined. So this is the first one. And these date to early, like I said, early 1900s. Most of the photos inside are between like 1913 and 1919, but then there's a few that are unidentified as well. So you guys know these huge vintage albums really go up there. This is over 100 years old, 112. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you the outside. The beveled mirror has some worn patina to it right here. Okay. But there's no cracks or anything like that. And I just have fingerprints on it because I have touched it. But you can see the bevel around and then the filigree work. Really, really stunning. It also has a little stand right here as well. And then you can see this really ornate latch, and it has like the little spring inside it as well. This opens up beautifully, and the inside holds all of these photo pages. Now, the backing is kind of interesting on these. I'm going to show you how it is. So the backing is there. All of the pages and everything are there. It's just kind of loose. And these pictures, oh my gosh. So the pictures are very, very old. This one says August 12th, 1913. Turlish House presented to Susan B. Christopher. Oh my gosh. These are kind of like the old like postcard style photos. And then we go on and we have some very old, these are like 1800s. I'm guessing these are probably family.
Yeah.
And then we have blank pages. Then we have another picture of these men. Let me see. There's nothing dated on it. Look how ancient this is, though. And nobody really smiled much, did they?
No.
Every time I find these, everybody was just always very stoic. It was what you did in the time in pictures.
Yep.
And I could genuinely say from shooting weddings all those years, some people just will not smile no matter how hard you ask them to.
Yeah.
So yes, I know. I got a crazy deal on these, so I'm passing it on to you guys. Again, you can see all of these old photos inside, and this is almost like a wood grain. It feels like it's maybe had a little bit of damage to the pages. It's not water though. I think it's just warping from
years of sitting.
Page. Yeah. But yeah, it is chock full of creepy, fantastic old photos, families and babies and so on. I'm guessing this was a family. And I have two available, not one, two. And a lot of these are cabinet cards that they have tried to make fit. And of course it didn't. They should have taken the photo out of the cabinet card. But that's okay. You know, primitive times, right? Primitive
right. Like Karen said, the cabinet card photos are individually worth
I know. Yeah, individually, the cabinet card photos alone are worth a fair amount. Look at this one. I love this one.
Oh, wow.
Regal, right?
Very
I know.
nice.
Just fantastic. And then you get to the end, and it looks like somebody cut one of the pages in half at the very end. So It is a really, really cool album. Beautiful piece. And of course, the latch does work. And it's a black velvet. There's the back, so you can kind of see. I mean, it's seen many, many things in 112 years. Can you imagine how many times somebody has gone through that? This is a really good price, you guys. I don't know if you know what these go for, but crazy good price. This is the second one. It is faded. It was at one time a green velvet. Here's the design on the back. Isn't that beautiful? And it's kind of faded underneath into like a reddish purple, which I think is pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
This mirror is not beveled, but I feel like this one is slightly older. It has the same stand on the bottom as well. Cool. And then this one, the pages are in slightly better shape, but still, you know, warped from time. Right. You have two that belong to your grandma. Oh, that's so sad. I know. When nobody is left to tell you who anybody is in the photos, I get it. This one also had an obituary inside where you can see they were talking about Rita Christopher died March 3rd, 1915. She was 40 years old. Gone but not forgotten. Damn. 40 years old. People did not live as long back then. Again, more wonderful black and white photos. And then we get into some portraits from later on. And then we even have like a color baby photo in here. And then we have, looks like somebody's wedding. Someone got married. So they ended up actually keeping the photos in it, but then it went back to older photos again. I know this is a crazy good deal. And yeah, even here we go, more portraits. Okay. Was that a siren? Do you hear that, babe? That was a weird sound.
Yeah, I muted for it.
This page, I'm like, oh, there she was. I'm guessing that is her on the adjacent page. Maybe in a baby photo. I don't know. None of these really have any writings or marks or anything. I love this page too, because you can tell that's her baby photo. And then that was her later on. So kind of fun, or maybe a grandchild. I don't know.
Side by side.
Anyway, more black and white photos, more color photos. Yeah, the cops are coming for me. I love this one. Happy holidays from our house to yours. Look at this photo. It's so great.
Love it.
Yeah, super cool. And I mean, the albums themselves, the photos, and so on. This is a steal at $65. So, yeah, that is for choice.
Laza, I think they were hers. I think they belonged to her.
They were hers.
Yeah.
Yes. And the family had already gone through and taken everything that they wanted. So yeah, it really amazes me, you guys, when we do go through these houses, and I know that the family's already been through, they always leave this kind of stuff behind, and it just blows my mind. Even if you don't know who it is, these are your ancestors, for Pete's sake. Like, right. But all right, I guess it's Rob is in. Thank you, Robin. We appreciate you so much. If anybody else would like to throw a bid down, right now would be the time to do so. So, yeah, they are just absolutely spectacular. They're so gorgeous. So I'm going to start a countdown, friends. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, guys. I know. I wouldn't either, Laza. I wouldn't either. So that's why it just blows me away when people leave that stuff behind, you know. I know. All right, you guys. So just the one bid from Robin. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you. Good thing Robin's here tonight. Thank you, Robin. Robin, would you like the black or would you like the green? You just let me know. Either one. They're both fantastic. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And congratulations, love.
Okay. Well, if you notice, the lamp's not back here. And the reason is we are going to offer it up here. And if it doesn't sell here, we're going to put it on eBay. No worries. There's no
You got
place in this house for it. Congrats, Robin. Beautiful get. So we have spent days on this, and from what we have found, it's from 1910, 1911. Philip Semmer, so Philip Semmer, and this is a leaded glass tree lamp. So Philip Semmer did the glass. We do believe that this was all a one-piecer, so it was made for it. However, I can't verify that for sure. Some of his pieces, the bases were outsourced by another company that also made the bases for Tiffany and such. But I could not find this base anywhere online, so I want to show the base, just the markings alone. It has that mark on 4 sides all the way around. We did search high and low. Now I'm going to show you on the bottom. So I did take this off to look for any markings inside. And so I unscrewed it. That felt, I do believe, was original to it. And on the inside, there's no markings. But when I did the magnetic test, I'm pretty positive this is copper or a copper-based metal in there. And so you've got the tree going all the way up. And it's a single light. So we've got the single light for this. Some of them have 2 lights, some have 3. So I'm going to take it apart just to show. And this had a washer on it, I think, just to make it a little bit tighter so it doesn't wobble on the top. But I'm going to take the hardware off. And here is the lampshade on the underside. So nice and smooth on the underside. And then on the outside, that's where you're going to get all that wonderful texture. And then you've got the lead cames all the way through. You can see kind of almost brutalist style as far as just kind of pieced together. Nothing is exactly the same. Okay, yeah, Steph has one with the 3 lights. So on the 3 lights, that's for the larger lampshades. This single light, they're all made kind of like just like this. So you'd have the light going this way, and you'd have another light going the other way. And then on the 3, you have it, 3 in there. So you just have the 1 bulb, but that is all you need to light this up. So this is the part that sits down right there. And then you take your shade, which the shade could get a little bit more cleaner. It's got a little bit of dust trapped in there that would come off with like rubbing alcohol. But I'm going to set this down carefully in excellent condition. So you just set it on that metal little tilt, and then you put the capper on, and then the washer that was included, and then the topper right here. You don't have to have a washer, but it does help it sit a little bit tighter. So I personally think it's a nice fit. So when you turn it on, that's when it really comes to life. It turns into a real tree, like insane, and it's a nice bright bulb that's in there. You could definitely go dimmer if you wanted, but yeah, it stands right at 15 inches tall with this guy right here, this nubbin. And Philip Semmer, his lamps go up from 600 and higher. So this price is half, if not less than half its value, because I could not find this base anywhere online. Some tree stump or tree looking bases, but not like this, not with the swoop up, not with the detail like this. So it is definitely something that I could not find online. If it's something that you're interested in, this is definitely the only place you're going to find it.
Yeah.
And the repros that they make right now, I think in 2018 they started making some other repros. They go for 300.
Just the reproductions alone.
Yeah.
And we both were just so shocked because we thought the glass on the outside seemed so rough and slubby. It was kind of intriguing. We both knew it was old based on the base, but we really didn't know much about it. And then once we plugged it in, we were like, oh my gosh, look at this. Like, this is spectacular. Yeah. It's so good. It is a tree. It is a lamp. It's a lamp tree. And yeah, the base, we cannot find the base anywhere.
Right.
It's one kind.
Yeah. And it would be considered a tabletop lamp for sure. But it gives out that kind of light where it's like a large lamp. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. I cleaned up the shade just a little bit, not too much, and just kind of took the dust off of the actual lamp itself, but I did not polish it. I would say leave that patina just the way it is, and it has a nice bronze and a little bit of silver tone coming through there. But yeah, you can see the original bronze tone here.
This is just next level, David. Just a
Thank you.
beautiful
It's
piece.
a beautiful one.
Tied into some high-end stuff this last weekend. Like, so
Yeah.
good.
And it lights so nicely if you're wanting a reading lamp. This also does light up for that. So, but I get it. It's a lot of money to throw down for a lamp, but yeah, it's
Worth double that. But
yeah, a once in a lifetime get. So if you're wanting something like this, you've been looking like for something like this, excellent deal. The electric is in good condition, safe to use, and of course, we'll ship it to you and get it to you in one piece. So I will set it to the side. If it doesn't sell here, we will put it on eBay, and that's definitely one to look at and watch
yes.
because that's going to be a fun one.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's go for something small and tiny. These are going to start at $28. They are micro mosaic brooches from I believe the one is 30s and I think one is 50s, and I'll show you why I think that. So first up, this little stunner. And it is in like a silver filigree. You can see it is in lovely shape. We have like the navy blue border with all of those teeny tiny pieces of glass making up that micro mosaic brooch. This was a really popular style, 30s, probably through like 60s or so. Just gorgeous. The back is silver, and it has a closure little clasp that comes around. I always call those like rabbit ear closures. I'm sure there's a name for them, but I don't know what it is. It is beautiful. Size wise, if you're wondering how big this little guy is, we are at 2 inches by like 1 3/4, basically 2 inches by like 1 3/4. So beautiful micro mosaic oval brooch, only 28. Usually these go for 40 and up. Second one is a bit older, and this one is even more micro. It's a mini micro mosaic, which is even tinier, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So see the size of the pieces on this one. These pieces are even tinier, and they are the bitsiest tiny little flowers. Looks like kind of a black onyx around the side, and then you have like a pretty brass. You have the same little kind of clasp as the others, which from everything that I found is likely dating to 40s. But again, I could be wrong. I do think this one is older in this one based on the metal. But this is going to be for choice between the two. Beautiful. This is a micro mosaic, and this is a regular micro mosaic. Beautiful pins. This one size wise too, let me tell you. Boop, boop, boop. This one is 1 1/4 by 1. So 1 1/4 by 1 on that one. All right. So I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you, Laura Kaiser, for your bid. If anybody else would like to get in there, now is the time. All right. These are on the micro mosaic brooches. Absolutely stunning. Great shape. No issues. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
I think we need one more thumbs up to get us to 100. So that would be awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and supporting Small Biz on YouTube. This is how we pay our house payment. So thank you for hanging out and supporting David and I tonight. And Laura, you have choice. Do you want rectangle or oval? Do you want them both? Let me know. All right. Congrats. And thank you so much for your bid.
Right on. I have a fun little kerosene lamp, a little oil lamp, and this was in their bedroom. Love it. It's got all the patina you could ever ask for. You can see there's some age on there, a little bit of scratching, just a little bit of dust built up that has been washed off, but still leaves back a little bit of residue. It's a nice condition. You've got a working wick. Actually, the wick on this is stuck. You could definitely take it out and put a new one in. But I love it because you do have the top little hat that sits on there, and it just goes nice in the bedroom for a little display piece. Or if you have a little reading area, it's a nice little accent to put with your books. And yeah, it's in nice condition considering its age, late 40s. Made by PA Manufacturing Company, so most likely in Pennsylvania. But yeah, you can see the nice little brass pieces are intact, and you can take it apart if you wanted to clean it. If you wanted to fill it up full of fuel, you just pop this guy off here, put the fuel in there, and yeah, you can see the wick is just about done. So just put a new wick in there, and it'll roll for you, and you can actually use it. But I love the aqua blue, great color for any kitsch display, any fun display for sure. And it stands right at about, I didn't get a measurement, 7.5 inches tall. So 7.5, little itty bitty baby, which I love that. And if you wanted to make this sit a little bit different, you just take these little tin pieces and you can bend them up a little bit depending on how you want. So just asking $20, and now I've got them all crooked. You have to set them up just right to get it bent there. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. So this is from Germany. So right in here,
Oh yeah, sure enough. Look
yeah,
at that.
on the
I
Hurricane.
didn't notice that on that little guy. That's so
I
cool.
didn't either, but I knew it was made by PA Manufacturing Company. But I think that's the hardware here. So German glass, Pennsylvania hardware, all coming together to make a really pretty little lamp. So just $20 if interested. Looks nice with your books and all your things. In fact, yeah, let's put some books up. But it sits nice and straight. And like I said, you just tilt this around however you want until you get it just where you want it. All right. So
Okay.
$20 going once, going twice. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks.
Let's see here, guys. You know what? I'm gonna do my little sweet baby. She is precious. This is one of the things that was on the list that I wanted to get at the estate sale. I'm starting her at 55. And she is a darling little brown baby. She is unmarked. The only thing I think she could be, perhaps, is either F&B or she's a little Topsy doll. But she has no marking whatsoever. It could have been before that particular company made a marking. I don't know. So she's composite. Her little legs are hanging on by wires at the joint on the inside. She looks to have her original little outfit, and look at her little diaper. She has a little diety on with a safety pin holding on. We got this little red and white gingham dress, which is just adorable. And her little arms are great. They are intact and hanging on as well. Her head is solid. It does not move either way. But like, look at how good. There's no like paint damage or anything. She is just in the sweetest shape. And then bless her little heart, her dress is held on by safety pins. So I know, and the diaper pin. She is absolutely precious. She sits really well. You also, of course, could put her in a little doll stand, but she is a true baby doll. So she is kind of meant to be in a sitting position because her legs are bent. She has her original little yarn pigtails, which are so cute with the original bows. Like, again, this collector had precious stuff. And again, anytime I can find a sweet little brown baby, representation matters. I just thought she was the cutest. and I loved her face. She was in good shape. So 55 is all I'm asking for her. Typically these little guys go up there too. So adorable. I know she is just cute as she could be. And so sweet. I wish I knew more about her, guys. I'm sorry. And I really looked because her face is just perfect. As far as all the paints, and you know how it is on composite dolls, like sometimes they can get crackly and all of that. And she is just absolutely wonderful. So, super sweet bib. And I'm going to start a countdown. Kathy, I see your bid of 55. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to get in there on my little girl, now is the time. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I understand, Aaron, lots of summertime sales. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid end. That is the rectangular. Yes, it is, Donna. If you want it, just let me know, love. It is yours. Thank you so much, Kathy, for your bid of 55. And there is the bid in from Lisa. Kathy, little sweetie is coming to you. I am so glad she's getting a good home. And even look at her little hands. They're just not chipped up. Her little thumb is there. Like, you know, composite dolls, they just break down. She is great. So thank you, Kathy. And yes, Donna, I got you for the micro mosaic rectangle. It is yours. Thank you, love. Congrats guys.
All right, I've got some primitives, some kitchen stuff, and some sewing things all together. Just going around in that house, there was just so many things that caught my eye, and I was like, that is not just great, it's awesome. So anytime we find these glass rolling pins, I take a look at them because they are collectible. They're very sought after by bakers. But most of the time, you don't find the caps. Usually, there's a cork or something. This has its original advertisement cap, Roll Right, and it was really pushed by Good Housekeeping. They definitely approved it for baking. So you put the cold water in here so you can knead the bread, whatever you're doing, and it keeps it cold. Or I'm sure if you wanted to have hot water, but I think it's just the cold water is what makes it to where it works and it doesn't stick. So it was kind of like a really great idea back in the 30s, and it works. Still works. And the cap does come off nice and easy. So this has been kept clean and used. And so great for a kitchen display. I do have, you can find a nice little holder to set it in as well. I did grab something that I thought looked cool for a holder, but then once I looked it up, I was like, well, you guys are going to think I'm silly. So, but I'll show it to you. So this is my next item in the choice, and this is not a glass holder. It is actually a spool, a roller. So like you would take this and roll your yarn, wool yarn, all that nice and easy. It's a handheld one. And you can see it's old. You've got the little jointed pieces with wood jointed in there, and it's in great condition. So it's a nice piece to use as a display, as a riser, or if you are, into sewing and knitting and crocheting and all that stuff, this is actually a usable piece. And then the last guy here, I had to get him because not only is he one of the older ones, mason jars by the real Mason, but it also has a really cool up and coming idea in the 30s. This is called the Sure Tight lid. And in the 30s, they were approved and tested, and everybody had to get them. So it was all about getting new lids to put on your old cans or mason jars. And so this one, it does have the little marking on there, tested and approved by Good Housekeeping once again, because Good Housekeeping, that's who you go to find out if it works for sure.
Yeah.
We'll get it to focus. There we go. So you've got it all marked up there. It's in great condition. No, maybe a little dent right there, but that's about it. So you take the lid off, and it's a sure fit because you have a little glass insert, and now it's stuck. Don't want to break it. So the little glass insert is this little flat fella, and I left the dust on there. You can clean that up if you want. And there's no chips on there, which is pretty outstanding. And then you just put it in, and then that would seal it in so tight that it would keep it longer than the previous zinc lids would do. So this guy was actually full of a bunch of little clothespins, and that's how she had it displayed. So it would be great for that type of thing if you wanted to put some little things in there. But you've got your original Mason patent on there, and you can see that age of the glass. So it's a really nice jar, and it's about 5.5 inch tall. And it's the Presto closure sure tight lid, is the whole name. So, all right. So this is it, Bree. I see Karen. Thank you guys so much. Now I'm going to show you. You guys can laugh at me, say anything you want. I don't care. But I got it originally because I was like, I want a holder for this. I want to do something different. And I thought that looked cool. Now that I know what that is, it doesn't look that cool. It looks kind of silly. But, you can do that.
I think your ingenuity and the fact that you recognize that would hold the glass rolling pin, not a bad plan. Yeah.
Not a bad plan. But didn't work out quite that way. So it's a roller, so rolling pins definitely live up to the name. So I'm just going to set these together like this.
Whoa!
There we go. So those are the deciders right there, and then we've got our fun glass rolling pin by Roll Right.
That's so cool. I love the lid on that.
Yeah, same. You rarely find them with
stuff in it, and like roll out cookies with like sprinkles inside it, and then you take it off. And then you decorate the cookies with the sprinkles. There you go.
I agree. I love it. All right, let's count her down. Let's see how the work. Oh no, I'm sorry, Susan. Well, we still have more to go. So let's count them down. This is all for choice. Oh, uranium marbles. That's a great idea.
That's a cool idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah, you don't have to keep it just for baking.
Hey, how's she doing? I know she's out of the hospital. How's she feeling?
Yeah, let us know.
Hope she's okay.
All right, Karen and Bree, I'm going to count this down. Once again, rolling pin, this feller, the wooden yarn roller, and the mason jar for choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And on the rolling pin, about 14 inches long, and then this guy is about 6.5. The wood piece is about 6.5 diameter.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. So Karen Chase, you get first choice. Let me know if you want wood, rolling pin, or mason jar. And then Bree, you'll be right after that.
Karen and Bree, thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Okay, Karen, I guess made famous by the good George Antique Nomad. And then Bree, let me know if you were wanting our little spool or if you would like the mason jar. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Bree. All right. Congrats, friends. Congrats. That's exciting. All right. I have more dolls and we're going for it. Where you know what? I'm gonna do these little ones first, actually. I have all kinds of dolls tonight. All kinds, including Kokashis, and they're twins. I am starting at $25 each. These are the big ones. And from what I found online, these actually date to the 50s based on their heads and their signatures. So I was really excited about that. I have sold loads of Kokashis over the years, you guys know. And I love them. I always pick them up. They are beautiful. The kimono hand painting on these is especially nice. I love the little hot pink flares too. I think that is a great touch.
Yeah.
And they are good size. So size on these little guys, let me see. We are right at 9. Yes, almost like 8.5. 8.5, 9 inches tall, kind of right in between there. And then the width of their little heads is like 3.25. The width of the bases is 2.5. Okay. So they are super sweet. Here are the signatures on the bottom. And great shape, no issues on these guys. You want to hear what's really funny? So in this house, of course, there was stuff just top to bottom. Even the laundry room had glass.
Yes.
Inside, there was a table in the laundry room with glass on it. There was just stuff everywhere. So one of these I found on the top side of the house. One of these I found in the basement. And then I got them together. I'm like, I have two and they match. How cute are they? You've got the little polka dots in her bun and then the little wooden piece. Everything is all there. They are kind of a like brushed black on the hair. And then the little kimonos are red. Susan, I see you at 25. Thank you so much, love. If anybody else is in for my little large-headed kokeshis, I also love that their little heads are just slightly askew on a
Yeah.
side. I think that's such a great touch. Kokeshis bring good luck, good health, good wealth, and fortune. So, Susan Arvivu, you should have all those things coming to you, girly. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hi, Maritza. 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid in. Oh, Karen, that's so awesome. Karen, I bet you're a good baker too. I'm sure Karen makes the heck out of
Yes.
pies and cookies and snacks.
Yes.
Oh my. All right. Arvivu, do you want one or both? Do you have a preference on right or left? Just let me know. And yes, you did. Yes, you did. So 25, let me know which one or ones you want. And congratulations, Susan. Those are so up your alley, girly. Thank you.
Very cool. I've got some Mantiques. Love my tools that I found this week. I have 3 different Stanley rulers. All right, congrats, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
And these aren't just your average Stanley rulers. So I'm going to show this one first. They're all different. One is the Stanley number 62, one's a Stanley number 84, and then one's a Stanley ruler with the caliper. So this one is the Stanley. It's kind of hard to see, so I just want to make sure I get it right. Don't want to tell you wrong. Where is the marking for Stanley? Stanley, there it is. So this one is the 62. So they're all going to have their little marking somewhere on these. And this one has number 62 on there. And so these are interesting because they're not just brass. They're brass that is bound, that bounds the boxwood that's used for these. So boxwood, old wood that they would use and repurpose, and then encase it with the brass to create the ruler. Oh, right on. Robin says she'll take that other kokeshi.
You got it, Robin. It is yours. She's so cute. Thank you.
So all the joints are with that nice sturdy brass, and then the wood is like a boxwood that's encased into it. So when you open it up, it is an actual. It's a 24-inch ruler. So you can see like carpenter's ruler, and it bends down in the most peculiar way, just like that. And these are, 30, 40. They're very valuable, more collectible than some of the all metal ones. And the numbers, everything is there, just a lot of patina. So that's the number 62. This one is the Stanley number 84, which is also a 24-inch. This one does have a little more staining just from use. You can see some oil residue and stuff that's just built into there from years of use. But it opens up the same way and is 24-inch, but just a little bit different details on written down on here. So I'm going to show right here. Where is it? So New Britain, Connecticut, Boxwood. And then you've got all your numbers on there and the different hashes. And it is two-sided. So great for Father's Day. If you know someone that would like something like this, it's a great piece. You can definitely use it as well if you're a seller or you need to do measurements. It's great because you can do the flat, you get it level, and you can even set it on your fabrics to cut, and you'll have that straight line and it'll hold it down. So great versatile piece, and it is an antique ruler. So that's the second one. This one right here, it was hard not to keep for myself. This
Oh
one
my
is
God, you guys, David was dorking out over these, and he was like, this one, and I was like, I've seen like 17 of these. Is like, no, this one's different.
no, those two are different, and then this one is exceptional because this one is pricey, but also they are little pocket rulers that go out to 12 inches. Let me close that down. So 12 inches. Well, first you have to pull the caliper out.
Oh.
pops out like so. So there's your 12. And then you have the caliper here. So you can slide this out up and get that 90-degree edge.
No way. That's cool.
And most of the time when you find these, that piece is missing or it's been used so much it pops out of the brass. This is intact. You can hear it click back down. It is, and this is one of those that does go up there, but I just don't need it. But I love bringing these kind of things. You see these little pins? Those are little pins, metal pins that keep it together once it goes together. So these are very delicate little tools, really, but from 90 to 110 years ago. And all you can see the patina, they've been used lovingly, and they're just great for primitive decor. But also with Father's Day coming, these are great gifts. Really
Oh,
fun.
that's true. Good mantique fun things.
'Cause
And these are fun to display too.
they are fun to display. And this one right here, I mean, gosh, if you are always running around trying to measure stuff, this guy right here, put it in your pocket, take it with you. This can go up to $90 online, depending on who's watching, seriously, because tool buyers. And Wednesday, I've got a tool book guide, a tool guide for all of these kind of tools. So I'll be bringing that Wednesday. But these are the kinds that, yeah, very collectible for the tool collector, like the planers and stuff. So
Yeah.
thank you, Tracy and Perry. I see your bids. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. Once again, great pieces, and they do all have all the numbers and they work, and all of the pivots are in great condition. So let's count them down. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I love all that patina. And you can smell some oils. You smell a little bit of the brass metals, so it's really cool pieces. I would put them in a desk, put it with your pens or something instead of like a big ruler. Let's count them down. 15, 14. Thank you guys so much. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And Lufkin also made some with the boxwood. And I want to say with the boxwood, the reason they were doing that, it was all about upcycling as well. So you take that, the old wood, and set it into the brass. So I saw Oaklasum. Thank you so much, Oaklasum. Tracy at 22, you get first choice. We'll just call this one pocket size. And then this one is number 62, and this one is number 84. Okay, so Tracy will be first, and then Oaklasum, and then Perry.
Awesome. Okay.
And I almost kept one of these, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring these because Father's Day is just around the corner. I'll find another one for myself.
Those are great.
Okay, Tracy, I got you for the middle one, and I'm going to look to see what number that one is just to make sure. That's number 62. So I got you for the 62. Thank you. And then Oaklasum, I've got this one is the number 84. You see this one does have a little more patina on it. And then this is the smaller size one with the caliper.
Awesome.
Okay, Oaklasum. I love that one. Got you for that. And then I believe Perry was in. So Perry, let me know if you want the number 84. That's the 24. Okay, no worries. Perry's passing. So if this one doesn't sell, it's going to go into my collection.
All right. You may just love that. David loves those. So that's awesome. That is awesome.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So it's June and 4th of July is just a month away. And look what I found. This is so cute, you guys. So it is a little like children's size suitcase. It would be perfect for doll clothes. It would be perfect for a lot of things. So I am starting this at 26. Wow. Before anybody bids, it does have some superficial scratches right there. And on the other side in that same spot, right there. Okay. That's the only real scratching or issues with it. And I mean, it's real minuscule, as you can tell. But I wanted you to know it's there. And then to open it, you slide the little lock this way. and it opens. I know. I'm like, this is the cutest 4th of July display. But wouldn't this be nice even for travel? I mean, you could get your toiletries in there for sure. Such a cute little travel case. I just love it. Size wise, let me tell you what this is. We are at is it 12 or 13? No, we're at 13 inches long, and it is 10 1/4 inches high, and the width is 4.5. Okay. So I know that was instantly when I saw it, I was like, this is so cute for a 4th of July display. I just love it. Leave it out year round too. I mean, it's just adorable. It's patchwork. And you can see it's like all of the little patterns with stars and stripes forever. Um, Again, would be perfect for travel. I know I would use it too. I think it's super cool. Great for travel, great for doll clothes, great for a display too. And I love there is no key, by the way. I did not find the key, but I love that it does have the original mirror inside and it is clean on the inside. Just a darling little piece. And then you have your blue plastic handle. So great little piece, $26 on this purse for travel. Honestly, I mean, it is a cute little handbag. It's not that big. It's not, I mean, I used to have purses bigger than this in the 90s. So true. True. So yes, very cute, very patriotic, adorable, and fun to put in your displays wherever you want them. Karen, isn't it cute? I believe it dates to the 60s from everything that I found. It was unbranded too, but it's made a lot like Samsonite. Like it's got that same metal ribbing, like Samsonite little hard cases. So
what kind of liquor bottles do you think that would fit?
Liquor bottles? I mean, you could
July.
vodka. I mean, you
could July display.
Yeah, there you go. And just for fun, I'm throwing in this cute little scarf.
In the Navy.
And it is adorable. I was thinking just like as a hair scarf, and you've got the little guys on it. And it's got a pretty little kind of nautical pattern. And you have your little sailors down here. So super sweet little scarf is coming with.
Nice.
All right. So thank you so much, Karen, for your bid. If anybody else would like to get in on this, now is the time. And I threw the scarf in just for fun. So here we go, guys. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yeah, it's the perfect size for toiletries. Hairspray would definitely fit in here, like makeup and all that good stuff. Yeah. Or doll clothes or display, whatever. So Robin, congratulations for 27. It is all coming to you. Thanks so much for your bids, ladies. Congrats.
Yeah, love it. All right, I have a bundle, and it's not a big bundle, but I don't know. I'll show you. So first off, at the estate sale, this was day 2, digging in the containers underneath the table of all the books, and found some really cool optical pieces. This is the only one I got or brought home because it is really spectacular. So you have your original, like a red leather case. It does have quite a bit of wear to it, but the hinge is still intact and all of the leather is still on there. When you open it up, that's when you see the good stuff. So you've got the antique glasses. These are 1920s, so antique or almost antique, depending on the year in the 20s. So I'm going to take it out of the case. And the reason that these are so pricey is because you have the tortoise for the outside, and these were like high-end glasses. So obviously you're not going to wear them, although you could if you wanted to. So you've got the springy little earpieces that go back, kind of like radar. And then there you go. You got your glasses. I cannot see a thing. And then the bifocals are intense. But So they were originally prescription glasses, and these glasses alone in the case are listed and selling on eBay, $70-$80 because of the piece of the frames, and you can get lenses put in them depending on the glass whatever, the wherever you can get your glasses filled. You could definitely get those filled if you wanted to, but I think they look great in a display.
Yeah.
So they're going to be coming with a little, not with this book, but I just wanted to show. So you take this little handkerchief, just lay it down on some of your books, and you take your little glasses and set them up, and you can, get it set up and have them sitting inside your
Teddy
case.
Roosevelt style. Exactly, Elaine.
Totally. Yes, they were in style for a short bit, but it makes for a really cool display if you have a nice old book, set these two pieces on there, and it's a nice way just kind of show it off. So, yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool to have those glasses. Anytime I find these, I think they're just so epic.
Yeah, the tortoiseshell frames are everything.
Yeah, and all of the components, even the little springs, are still intact, and yeah, just a really cool little glasses. Put them on the kiddos for Halloween, see if they can stumble home. But yeah, I just think they're great for a display and very collectible. This case itself has so much nice design to it. Get a focus. There we go.
Yeah, that little leather case is gorgeous. Very Art Deco.
Yeah, yeah. So 36 for the tortoiseshell glasses inside its original case, and then yeah, a nice little plain hanky to go with it if you wanted to display them all together. So
Dark
30,
Academia, that's right, Sarah Lee Coleman. It's the whole style.
that's
If
right.
you've ever looked at Dark Academia decor, you should check it out. It's pretty cool.
It really is. Yep. And you can definitely put this on top of whatever display you got going on. So I'll bring it back for the recap. Thank you guys.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. I have my little Highland laddie. Where did I lose him? Here he is. God, he's such a biscuit. This guy's the cutest thing ever. And I'm starting him at 55. He is a composite doll from 1939, believe it or not. He is made by Reliable Toy. He is marked on the back of his head back here, Reliable. And he is an original. He has his original hat and his little sash and his precious little kilt. And he has on like little black underbreeches under his kilt. Just so cute. He has some Spanx on under here because he was feeling girthy, you know. So my guy's got his Spanx on. He is in great shape and his hands are intact. Again, with these little vintage composite dolls, to find the hands intact, their face is not cracked, not missing paint all over. Like, look at his little head. You can see there's a little paint loss right there, but like nothing major. And let me get you in on his neck here. So back here is where his little writing is. And if you're ever at an estate sale and you're looking at dolls and you're like, what are these? I don't know. The telltale place to look is right here at the back of the neck, right at the back of the chest, the tramp stamp area, or occasionally you will find something on an inner thigh. I had one doll that was marked on an inner thigh, which I thought was interesting. So again, original outfit. He is in a doll stand. These are his original little boots and his socks, which you can see his poor socks are just literally losing elasticity as we speak. They're just crawling their way down his little leg. But again, I mean, this guy is almost, 100 years old. He's seen some things and he is in gorgeous shape for a composite doll. And I even got to see when I was looking online to find him, there was a box, one in the box. He's 13 inches tall, by the way. And his little arms width are 6.5 inches. But again, made in 39 by Reliable, which we have all heard of. Reliable Toys, Ideal Toys, all of that. Just such a precious little guy. And in such nice shape in his little kilt. Just precious. So
Little rosy cheeks, so much detail.
mhm. If you look up 1939 Laddie, Laddie, not Y, you'll find him. This is him. And he goes up there. He's a lot more than 55, I'll swear. I'll
Yeah.
just let you know. So, is it US made or German? He is US. Reliable was a US toy company. And says though, made in Canada. Reliable made in Canada. So he is actually made in Canada, but Reliable is a toy company from the US. So that is interesting. I'm glad you asked. And I actually looked. He's made in Canada. Isn't that interesting? So super cute little guy. If anybody wants him, $55. Again, provenance came from a doll collector's estate sale with really good dolls. And he is composite. And believe it or not, I dug him out of a bin. He was in the bottom of a bin, just waiting to be found. And I was like, oh, little buddy, let's get you out of there.
Yeah.
So look at the hand painting on the eyes. Just really spectacular.
Yeah.
All right. We'll send you on to eBay, little buddy. Thanks, guys.
It's so amazing. I can't believe the face is in such amazing condition still. So we have some comics also from the estate sale, and we handpicked the ones that we like. So we're gonna choice some out. I also have some comics coming Wednesday night, but let's start out with these three. I have Adventures of Mighty Mouse. I don't know if you guys remember Mighty Mouse. That was one of my favorites. Mighty Mouse. This does have like a little tear right down here in the corner and just a little bit of damage right on this edge here. But then the rest inside is in good condition. This is from 1958. So we've got the copyright down here. And we've got Mighty Mouse in stiff opposition. So he's fighting with another mouse. Oh, it's great seeing you here, Trisha. I'm glad you're doing better. I know you
Yeah,
had
me too. Welcome home.
Yes. And you've got the classics cat banging on the mouse. But Mighty Mouse is eventually going to get mad and he's going to come in and get him. But like they're getting him to sleep. Oh, let's see here. Mighty Mouse in the old timers. So we got some old timers. Look at him banging on the get off my lawn type of thing. And then you've got just nice colorful cartoons in there all the way through. Great for the kiddos, but also fun if you want to do some like crafting. You could definitely turn it into some fun decoupage stuff. But you've got the cartoons and then the nice colors on the background as well. And then next up we have Lady and the Tramp. This is from 1955, and this one, yeah, it has just one little tear right here at the top. And that's pretty much it, a little bit right there. But it's in good condition for reading and looking through for sure. This is from 1955. 1955, and everybody loves Lady and the Tramp. We've got them going through getting the puppy, the classic story of getting the puppy for Christmas all the way through.
That story, yeah.
Yes. And then growing up, I loved these dogs when I was a little kid. Always wanted a Cocker Spaniel. I heard they're yippy, though, real yippy. But yeah, nice colorful comics all the way through. Thank you, Trisha. I see your bid. And then this is the one that really got me. It's just the best. The Happy Hedgehog. And this is a classic illustration for Junior. And it is the hedgehog riding on his rooster. And he's got a bagpipe, standard stuff that happens when you're hanging out with a hedgehog. But I don't even know what's going on the inside. I just fell in love with the cover. This is from 1965. This is the newest one, but it's not been written in. You still have your connect the dots and fun. Okay, so let's show you the hedgehog one. Once you get into the comic, hedgehog looks kind of creepy, a little bit more like Chewbacca.
Yes.
But it's fun. And yeah, all the way through, you have the colorful comics, and he's got his bagpipes for whatever reason. I'm not going to let you know. Whoever gets it will have to tell us why he has his bagpipes. But the hedgehog works it all out, and then at the end, rides away. Yeah, he rides off in the sunset with his rooster. So that's a
Shaggy,
fun one.
oh, Shaggy, who's bidding? We don't have your info as a registered bidder,
I
but
think
Holly Parker
Shaggy
has entered it. So if you could send that really quick, that would be much appreciated. Thank you, Shaggy.
and
Awesome. And we see your bids, friends, and Shaggy's in the lead.
yes, see all your bids, and I think Shaggy, maybe Sim and Mike. I don't know for sure.
Oh, is this one of Simone and Mike's
I
names?
don't know.
I can't keep track.
We'll
Okay.
find out.
Okay.
Yes, so we're gonna go ahead and start a countdown. Um,
Oh, yes, that's
yeah,
Mike.
okay, Mike. All right, so Shaggy's in the lead right now. I knew it. So let's count them down. We got the Happy Hedgehog, Lady and the Tramp, and Mighty Mouse. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Not going to see that every day.
I know. I'm like a hedgehog riding a rooster, like, and the character in that comic is like a human hedgehog. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's like an action figure hedgehog.
So weird.
All right, so Shaggy, let me know if you want our Hedgehog, Lady and the Tramp, or if you would like Mighty Mouse. And then I'll ask Trisha the same thing after we get our answer.
Shaggy and then Trisha. Okay, hedgehog and Mighty Mouse for Trisha. Perfect. And then let's see here.
So
Shaggy. I think Shaggy wanted Lady and the Tramp, but we'll find out for sure. Let us know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lady Tramp, you gorgeous lovebirds, and you stinker. Shaggy, it's not Mike. You better send your info. All right.
Mike's the Tramp. All right, well, guess what, Trisha? You get both. So congrats. Thank you, guys.
Trisha, you got the ones you wanted, babe. You're good.
Yeah.
Yes, no worries. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Y'all are silly. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see. Where am I going from here? Okay, I have another doll. I'm bringing my dolls, whether you like them or not. No, I'm just kidding. So this one, okay. And again, I was very selective about the dolls that I chose. And I'm starting this one also at 55. She is a 1930s ideal composition doll with teeth, blinky eyes, original millinery flowers in her hair, original shoes, original dress. Yeah, she is just precious. Look at this little petticoat action we've got going on here. She is darling, and she is marked ideal at the back of her neck here. It's very difficult to see, but it's under her hair. So let me show you. She has these little flowers that would have been original to her, which is kind of amazing considering, again, she is almost 90 plus years old. So sweet little blinky eyes on her. I'm going to sleep. I'm awake. I'm going to sleep. She's been in the coffee, and then she takes her Tylenol PM, and oh, good night. So, but again, the teeth is really what got me. And look how perfect her face is. She is a composite doll. These composite dolls that I found at this collector's house were in some of the best shape I have seen. And then over here, she has more little millinery flowers in her hair. How cool is that? This is the original bonnet on her. Look at the little French lace. I mean, she is really a precious dolly. Her little shoes, the bottoms are trying to come undone. But those are the original shoes and socks to her as well.
That's how it used to go. You get one pair of shoes a year. When they start tearing up, you duct tape them.
I know. Okay, and then let me measure her. So boop, 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 foot to toe. She is 20 inches long. And then like width-wise, if you're wanting to set her somewhere, she's about 11 inches wide. So she is just absolutely precious. She has beautiful eyes. Her hair is pretty darn good, again, considering her age. She is made by Ideal in the 30s. And best part, hold on. You hear?
Yeah, kind of.
Hey, Simone, I love you guys. Simone, I hope you're feeling better.
Everybody say hey to Simone.
So I don't know if you can hear it, but she has her original voice box, which is the little whimper. And I'll show you. I call them a whimper on shakers. On dolls, they're considered technically a little voice box, but you can see it through her tummy right there.
Oh yeah.
There it is on the inside, and it still works. So she still has her original squeaker to burp her. She has teeth. She is composite. She has all of her fingers on both hands. And she's just spectacular. I was so happy to get her out of that basement. So $55. Again, great price on this. They go up there. The Ideal 1930s composite dolls sell anywhere between like 90 and 130. Great price on this doll at 55. Original little petticoat and outfit. She is beautiful. Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. And Robin, thank you.
Close her up on the face just to show the teeth. So Sarah, yesterday, she was touching on the teeth, I guess, and it freaked her out because they move a little bit. And then
Teeth
she
move a little bit. So they're like, so when you press on them, look, they just slightly move a little bit. And I was like, David, come here, press on these teeth. And I made her bite him. And he was like,
yeah, scared the hell out of me.
Scared the pee-wad out of David.
I wasn't ready for it.
But yeah, her little teeth right there. Let me show you. There. You can press on them and feel them. They're almost, I think they're celluloid, honestly.
Yeah, they're like attached at the back.
Yeah, pretty
side.
sure her little toofies are celluloid.
Yeah.
So she is just a lover, and I was thrilled to find her. And like I said, get her out of that dank basement. And thank you guys for the bids. I just love her. She's precious. So let's start a countdown, friends. Here we go. We are at 57 on the little Ideal 1930s composition doll with her original whimper in her chest. Here we go. Lover or a biter. That's right, Bree. You just never know. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for a bid and good to have you guys with us tonight, Mike and Simone. We've missed y'all. Happy you are here. I know she's really precious. And again, she's in excellent shape.
Right.
Excellent shape. All right. Robin took it at 62. Congratulations, Robin. She is coming to you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your bids. Congrats.
She's a cute one. And when I'm packaging her up, I'm going to make sure someone's with me because
she loves you, David. She wants to give you.
She's creepy. Okay, so this is a beautiful piece of Westmoreland. I had no idea that it was so old. This is from the 30s, made by Westmoreland. Little trinket dish, and no damage to it. It's like a pressed glass piece, so you've got the texture on the base, which is supposed to look kind of like a dog bed or a basket type of thing. And then on top, when I first saw it, I thought it was lamb, like my lamb chop, but no, it's a dog. And you see the texture there. It's a really nice little trinket dish, great for your little brooches or even little special treats for the dogs. You know, their high-end treats can be in there. But yeah, I love him. And the animal pieces by Westmoreland are very collectible, no matter what. Just because, you know, of course, we've got our dog lovers, our cat lovers, our frog lovers, all those things. But to find the dog for Westmoreland is a little bit harder to find for sure. We've got a little Mark III on the inside. Have no idea what that's about, but I think that's probably their mold number. But I wanted to say that there was a marking. You know, this top is 3 as well. So there's not a marking on it, but it is Westmoreland. Just double checking. Yeah, there's no marking. But nice condition, beautiful little milk glass piece, and it does glow green if it matters to you. So that does have the green glow going on. All right. So yeah. So not just me. I think the texture threw me off, and then those fluffy ears. But once you get in close, you can tell it's definitely a dog. All right. So Trisha and Susan Lee, thank you for your bids. Let's count it down. It measures right about. How did I not measure so many things? I always measure, and I had like 3 rulers with me this time, 5 inches long. So that's why you guys need one of these.
Kitty bear, I did too when I first picked it up. I thought it might have been a lamb, and then I was like, "Oh, it's a dog! Even better! How cute!" Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's great. Let's count it down. 15, 14. Thank you, Susan Lee and Trisha. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Put your treats in there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So Westmoreland made the dog, and the kind of like a bed for the base.
Yeah,
and there's a cat one, and the base looks more like a basket.
Yeah.
So like the cat's in the basket, the dog's in the bed.
I've sold the cat before. I know exactly what the cat looks like, and they came in like slag blue too.
Yes, they came in different colors. Just a couple of really cool slag ones.
Congrats!
Trisha, congrats, and thank you, Susan Lee, for your bids.
Awesome. All right. So speaking of cats and dogs,
thank you guys.
And same dealer's house. She had these precious framed pieces, and I wasn't leaving without either one of these because they're so good. I'm starting these at 28 for choice. And the first one is so special. I love this. And I only will ever pick one of these up if it is truly an antique one. And it is. Look at the back. Woo doggy.
Ooh, yeah.
An old one. It's in there with nails. That's usually your telltale sign on an antique. And it is a piece that I have sold before. It's called Light of the World. And it depicts childhood Jesus. And what's neat is the man that painted this, his last name is, hold on, I wrote it down, Chambers. Bossaran Chambers was his name. And he worked around like 1916, 1920. This was painted during that time. And he had a 4-year-old named Gilbert DeMille. And no relation to Cecil B, by the way, but he had a 4-year-old pose for this. And the 4-year-old happened to be the church custodian's son.
That's awesome.
It's just the sweetest story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the little guy's name was Gilbert DeMille. And he became then famous after he had his portrait painted and everybody had childhood Jesus in their home. And it was
cool.
This little guy named Gilbert DeMille is what it was based on, a 4-year-old. Isn't that sweet? So I just love it. It is circa early 1900s, again, like 1916 to 20, somewhere in there. And then the frame on this is gorgeous. I loved the frame. Very pretty antique piece. And let me give you a size so you know how big it is. I know, Laza, I thought so too. It is 12.5 inches tall by 10.5 inches wide, and it only comes out from the wall about an inch. Okay, so really gorgeous antique piece of Light of the World. That is what it's called. So that is choice number 1. And then choice number 2 is also so sweet. This one is from 1943. It's a little newer. And it is called Susie. And this is a famous little portrait of the cat, Susie, and her little dog buddy guardians. Is that the sweetest thing? This it reminds me too, you remember those kids picture books where they took the pictures of the dogs and the cats and like the little golden books?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that same style. Again, old as the hills. It has been pro-framed. It does have your little wire hanger on the back. Hi, Phil. Welcome home, love. Good to see you back in. Yeah. Let me give you a size on this one because I have not measured it. It is, almost 16 inches long by 10.5 this way. So 10.5 this way, 16 this way.
Nice.
And only comes out maybe a half inch from the wall, as you can tell.
Nice size. Yeah.
And cute. You can see the frame is just a plain little white wooden frame. And again, this one dates to 1943. And this one dates between 1916 and 1920. So beautiful pieces, so sweet. Again, taken out of the collector's estate sale. Thank you so much, TD Bear, for the bids. Guys, I see all of you. Thank you so much. And we're going to count them down. So now is the time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for the bid in. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off of these.
Yeah.
Kind of difficult with the light ring up in your grill. But yeah, they're so special.
They are.
And I love these vintage pieces. Okay, TD Bear, you took the choice, love. Perry, you have second choice at 30. So TD Bear, do you want infant Jesus, or do you want the kitty with puppies, or you can take both? And then Perry at 30, you have second choice. Okay.
Kathy will have 30.
Okay, TD Bear is taking the child. Perry, let me know if you want the animals, or you can say pass. And then Kathy Plunkett at 28 is in there as well. Okay. So if Perry passes, then we're going to Kathy. Perry said yes. All right. Fantastic, love. Congrats. Thank you guys so much. Aren't they cute? I love both of those.
Always.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Got another item, thinking Father's Day here. And this is one of those. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't go on eBay, I'll just use it. Because it is a vintage, possibly antique, handmade drawer insert for a toolbox. A lot of carpenters, the first thing that they would make is their own toolbox, and that was kind of like graduating carpentry school type of thing. So it has been well loved. It looks like it's been shellacked after the first time at one point, but there's no like major texture. It just has a nice protecting coat to it. But so this was in the garage, and it was sitting down here and had a lot of different little tools and different pieces. That's actually where I found one of the rulers. And so I think he kind of kept his tools, his special things in here that he'd like to get to right away. But there was a lot of dust in here. So I think he stored the things in there and left them there. And yeah, so I thought it was a really neat piece to grab and find a home for, because it's a good one for a wall hanging, obviously, to put little pieces in here. You can hang it vertical as well and do some vertical pieces, but there's no hanger on the back. It's just going to come with a hanger. So all you have to do is just tack that down if you want. But originally it would be a drawer insert or a tool insert. So you could definitely use that either way. So Trisha, thank you so much for your bid. It has the 6 slots, and they're 2 by 5.5. And the whole piece measures 17.5 inches long, and then about 5 inches tall. And you've got, about 2.5, almost 3 inches deep. So you can mount it, have stuff inside as well as up on top for sure. And the other thing is, with wood like this, you can put hooks down in the bottom, have things hanging. You can do so much with it. Just start with this.
From earlier, they would be so cute. Miniatures, figurines, penny dolls. If you did it vertically, that would be adorable for penny dolls.
Oh, it would. And you don't usually see those kind of nice little slender slots. So yeah, I think it's a great piece. And like I said, it will come with this little guy. I've got little nails that will come with it as well. So it'll come in there. So all you have to do is just tap it in to the back. And when you're tapping it in with the little nails, you want to tap in right in between. You don't want to get in here because it'll lift the wood, but just right in here, and it'll keep it from splitting open. So thank you guys for your bids. Jacqueline and Trisha, I see you both. We're counting down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you see that little light gap that's there? That's just from years. And you can tap it down if you wanted to, but once you put it on the wall, if you do that, you won't see that. I mean, once
Yeah.
it's on the wall, it just blocks that out.
That is it. Yeah.
So
Jacqueline,
thank you guys.
congrats.
Congrats, Jacqueline, coming to you for 35. And thank you, Trisha, for your bids.
Awesome. 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 Okay. So let me see where I want to go.
Yay.
This has been such a good week of picking. So many fun things. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Ooh, I have this. Yeah. Okay. Almost forgot about this little guy. He's such a lover. Okay. The same toy collector estate sale, of course.
Yeah.
I'm starting this guy at 40, and he is not branded, but I want you to take a special note to his nose. And when I was researching mohair bears, he is not a stife from everything I found. He actually is, hold on, where are my notes? Can't remember the brand on this little guy. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. Farnell. Has anybody ever heard of a Farnell bear?
Farnell with an F?
Farnell. They all have this same elongated nose. I don't know why. That was their signature. I am pretty sure this is a Farnell bear. If it is, he's worth over $100. Okay. But there's no marking to be sure. Just FYI. Given the fact that this woman was a collector and a dealer, pretty sure this is like a really expensive bear that I'm letting go for $40. It's so hard to research these too. He is mohair, FYI. He is very stiff and jointed, just like all of the other really high-end bears of the time. He has the slight stiff bend in the arm, but Farnell was known for this elongated nose on the bear, and he just fits the bill.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, look up Farnell bears. Tell me what you think. There was one other brand called Shuko he could possibly be. I tend to lean towards Farnell simply because of the nose.
Yeah.
And I really did a weird ass deep dive on mohair bears. So I really did. Because I hate unanswered stuff. I love to be able to tell you, oh, it's this. And then when it's like, I'm not sure, it's always like, but I'm pretty sure it is. And again, the nose is everything. The nose is the dead giveaway on Farnell bears. The only issue with this bear was a tiny stitch right here that would normally elongate down to the pad of his paw. This little stitch has been pulled right there. Otherwise, my guy is in like perfect shape. Size-wise standing, let me tell you how big he is. He is right at like 13 inches standing, seated with his little legs folded up. He is like more like 9.5. So, precious mohair bear. I believe he's Farnell. If he is, he's worth, well, you can see what he's worth. But because I can't prove it, I'm just selling him for 40. So, here he is, cute and in all of his glory, hauled out of the estate sale basement. We got you out of there, buddy. All right, Perry, here we go. Let's do a countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Look at that nose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're looking for a bid end.
Cool. And then, she likes teddy bears, I bet.
Who would have thought Ttbsarahc singer likes bears?
Weird.
Do you know about Farnell bears? Does anybody in the chat know about Farnell bears? Because I swear to you, I think this is one. Your kitty cat has that nose. That's cute, Donna. Okay, Ttbsarahc, little unidentified, pretty sure is Farnell bear is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you, Perry, for your bids too. Thank you, guys.
All right, so I think this is going to be our last item, and Sarah's going to be selling it, and I'm going to be your model. So
here we go.
Yes, so she is going to be telling you the price and all the things on this. Did you measure this by chance?
No, baby, I didn't. I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
measure before I unfold it.
So show them the one that's got damage. There's one little square that has damage, first of all.
Okay, let me get the measurements before I open it up. So
Okay.
six, it's 64.
I'm starting this at 40, guys, this quilt.
Okay, it's 64 by 60. 64 by 60.
So 64 by 60.
And
all of the sunbonnet Sues are there and intact except for her.
Except for
she got a little rip down her plaid. Now, if you are a sewing type handy person, you could easily fix that because this is the cutest dang quilt. It is all made with 1930s feed sack material. That's what all of those cute little patterns are. And every bit of every one of those sunbonnet Sues is hand embroidered, hand stitched. This is all hand pieced and not machine sewn. So it is quite a little cutie. Yes, Sarah Lee, that little bear was thrilled to get out of that basement. And 40, I felt like is a good price. If you want to turn it into a cutter and make it into pillows or something, you can. But otherwise, it's a great quilt. Just repair that little gal at the top and you're good to go. Yeah. Or you could even replace her. You know, if you're handy and you're a quilting person, you could easily just replace that little triangle. Yeah. So I couldn't leave it behind. It is so precious. Look at all of the great different fabrics in it too. That was my draw in. Anytime I see those ginghams and those feed sack where I know it's actually feed sack material, I just love them. It's super soft. It's been washed probably a million times. Yes. It's extremely soft. It does have some raveled edges around the side, mainly at the top right there. Yeah. That top edge I know has some ravelings, which again is why, you know, technically someone, a quilty person would define this as a cutter. I think it could be easily fixed up with New Life. I love these. Just wash them on gentle, tumble dry gently, and you're fine. And I know it's showing true to color. It's a pale yellow with pastel pink and blue, and then kind of like the little stripes in between and all of the florals. So 40 for this is actually quite a good price considering its age. And yeah, it's super duper cute.
Yeah.
Love Sunbonnet Sue. She is iconic. You always know that pattern when you see it. And love all the little ladies and the plaids and the florals and everything.
Got the blue on the side here.
Yes, the blue has a couple ravelins on the side as well. But, you know, again, most quilts that are 95 years old do. Thank you, Kathy, for your bid. And I, again, got it out of that estate sale. And she was a quilter. And oh my God, the quilts too. Most of them got snatched on the first day and they were really priced up there. But I was able to get a few when I went back, and this was one of them. So David's having a really good time being a ghost. Although you can see him in the mirror. Woo! It's so silly. I love you. You're so silly. Okay. So Kathy, thank you for your bid, girl. We're going to start a countdown on this adorable quilt. David, what's the size again, babe?
64 by 60.
There you go.
And it's horizontal. So, like, the longer is horizontal.
Yes. Me too, Sarah Lee. Oh, I love old quilts and how they feel and how they smell. That worn, like, cotton is the best, softest. Anyway, I could go on and on. I'm such a nerd. Okay, here we go. Kathy, counting it down. 15. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Let's see if I can disappear. Ready? 1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
How'd it go?
And with that, we have a Lisa V bid in. Thank you, girl. Kathy, it is coming to you. It is so sweet. Thank you so much for loving our finds. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I agree, Sarah Lee. It's the softest, most wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All righty.
That's Kathy.
I'm writing Kathy down here. And David, was that? I
That was
swear,
it.
no, I have another round.
Really?
Yeah, I had one more. I
Yeah.
think that's how. I have one more item.
Yeah.
That's right, because you were going to show the quilt for me. So that's how I did that. Okay. I got it. Here we go. This is my last item. And oh, this is so good. I am, let me find a price. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, 36. I'm starting this item at $36.
Okay.
And it is so cool. This is a vintage tapestry bag. And it is all that really fine knotted style needlepoint. It is absolutely lovely. And it doesn't have any issues. Now, I believe that this is 1960s from everything that I found. Yes, it's a Mary Poppins bag. Chimney, what the hell's in here? Yes, look at the little latch. Isn't that cute? And the inside is just kind of like a vinyl, but it also, this was the packing that was inside. And that's how it was. Like, I got it again. She was a collector. She kept everything nice. I got it with the packing inside. And look at the little pockets. So it has like a clear pocket here with a zipper, and the inside is in like really good shape. I was kind of shocked. It has a faint smell of like an Avon, some kind of maybe like an Avon perfume, but it's super, super faint. And then there is a mark right here. Maybe you guys know what that can make that out. Is that JB? Do you guys know what that is? I really have no idea.
Looked like JR to me.
JR or JB? I wasn't sure. But yes, it is like a Mary Poppins carpet bag kind of style purse. It is so cool. It's very, very retro. These are actually very on trend right now, like with young people. This is the jam. Yeah, it's a carpet bag. Exactly. So it is size-wise. At the largest bottom part, it's 16 inches long by 8 inches tall. And then with handles to the top of the handles, it's like 14 and a half inches. So great handbag, super cool style. I love these from the 60s. The latch is in excellent condition, no issues there at all. And then the inside is like immaculate. I wonder, because it had the original paper in it, I bet it's probably never been used, you guys.
It's a couple times.
So cute.
That's one of those bags, though, that you can get a really good swing, like, bam.
Oh, yeah. If you fill this with all your stuff, you could really whack somebody in the head good with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so cool. Again, I got this from the estate sale. I fell in love with it. I love it. And here's the bottom. Look, even the bottom, you can tell, is in great shape, because a lot of times on these older bags, the bottom really took a beating.
Yeah.
No, this is just beautiful.
Phil.
I know. I love it. It's a good one. So 36, if anybody's interested, Kathy is in. Thank you so much, Kathy. Anybody else wants to get in on my little carpet bag or purse? I thought it was a hoot.
Put a little koala in there and let its head stick out.
Uh-oh. All right, guys, we're going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end on my fabulous 60s handbag.
My mom had something like that. I can't remember.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I just said my mom had something similar to that.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good one. Pretty. I like the design, too. It's in lovely shape. Kathy, coming to you for 36. Congratulations, girly. Thank you so much.
Right on.
I love that you guys love this stuff. Thank you so much.
So that was it, yeah?
That was officially it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're going to go into our recap. You go first, babe.
All right. So as you know, recap, we're going to show the item and tell you the price. Pop in the name of the item and the price if you want to claim it. And if you want it, you get in there right away. Otherwise, if we get a claim in and we call it, then there's no getting it. So just letting you know how that works. Let's start off with some Mantiques. So I've got this really beautiful piece here, Stanley ruler, and it is the number. Let me make sure I get the right number. It's easier just to look it up rather than look on here. 84. So the Stanley number 84, and that is marked on there. It's just kind of hard to see. Thank you, Holly. And it is a 24-inch folding mirror or ruler with, and it's the brass bound boxwood. That is $18. Great, very collectible, great for a Father's Day gift for sure. So if you're interested, put in ruler 18. And then I also, let's go on to this little wind-up toy. Now this wind-up toy doesn't work completely the way it's supposed to. It's been overwound at one point. Karen, I see you for the ruler. I'll write you down just a second. So you would have twisted this, and that's the wind-up that you hear it spin, and then the coil comes undone. So it winds about half, and then it doesn't work unless you do like a friction toy. But for display, it's beautiful. And if you wanted to show how the eyes move around, it does do that. It's just not gonna just go, go, go. So I was just asking 36 on this. Great for a display from the 50s, made by, what was the company? OK Toys, and there it is. OK Toys in Japan. So just put in Ladybug 36. It's technically not broken, but it is. Like the winder, you hear it going like that, and then it'll go. It just doesn't want to keep going because the winder is overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think David oiled it and everything. So I think
I worked on it.
Just seen some things. Yeah.
But it's a cutie. So 36 bug. And Karen, I got you for the ruler. Thank you. I'm out of order. No, you're out of order. Okay. So next up, I have my mason jar. This is not by Ball or Atlas. It's the original mason jar. And it does have the really nice, easy to pop off the, what is it called? The Presto closure sure-tight lid with the little glass insert that was originally with it, which usually are broken because of what I just did. But yeah, it seals up nicely. Great thick greenish tone glass. And I was asking 18 for that. So just put in 18 mason jar. And if you want, originally when we got it from the estate sale, had a whole bunch of these little safety pins or closed pins. If you want those in there, I can put them back in and do that with it. So I also have these beautiful little lanterns. The glass was made in Germany. The brass pieces were made in Pennsylvania. So don't know for sure exactly where they were completely assembled, but they're nice hurricane little lamps. They're little itty bitties from the estate sale. I'm asking $20 each. So you can either get one or two. They had two of them in their bedroom side by side. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, if the power grid goes down, there you go.
They're useful. Yeah, just put the oil in. So just claim with Blue Lamp 20, and then I've got two available. And
yes, we'll all be very grateful for our old hurricane lamps if we lose power.
Yes. And, why not have a little bit of cold water while you're waiting for the power to come on? This is Morgantown Glass from the 50s, early 60s. Morgantown closed their doors in mid 60s, late 60s. So not a lot of these pieces out there, and they're very collectible. So I was just asking, I think a very low amount. Yeah, $28. I was just asking $28 on that. They can get up there. And this is the Peacock Blue by Morgantown with the crinkle. So it kind of looks like ice and all that. So just put in Blue Pitcher 28. And we're going to go on to this little guy. This is $16, a little wool spinner, little spool. Great for just setting in a display or something. But if
really nice for someone that knits or crochets.
You can use it. So great for a gift as well. So that's 16. Just put in wool spool 16. Oh, and then for 32, I had, oh no, yeah, 32, I had these tortoise shell glasses, and they come with the original leather bound case and this little hanky. So 32, just put in glasses 32.
Nice.
And Elaine, I got you for that blue picture. It's amazing.
Congratulations.
All
That
right.
is gorgeous. And Donna's going to take your spool.
Hey, thank you, Donna.
Thanks,
Great
Donna.
gift. Great gift. Thank you. And it's great condition too. So now let's get into this. So obviously, if you're still here and you were waiting for this, go ahead and put it in now. If you want this green lamp, it's a tree. It's circa 1910, and this is by, let me make sure I say it right, Philip Semmer, Semmer. A beautiful, fused together with the lead cams, and it's the leaded glass tree lamp. So you've got the leaf design on top, and then the tree trunk that goes all the way down with the copper. Plenty of patina. I am asking 385. 385. It is a 15-inch tall lamp, and that's about half, if not. I mean, yeah, these can go up to 1,000. So really good get at 385. If you're interested, it has no damage. The electric is in great condition, and yeah, it's a tree, Susan. It's a tree specifically for that lamb chop. Okay, she's such a good girl. She won't lay down on other people's blankets. Just making sure. So, if interested, 385. I promise you won't regret it. If you've been looking for a Tiffany style lamp, this is as close to Tiffany as you can get, really.
Yeah.
So 385 tree lamp, and I'm going to turn it on. Just set it right here. And then the last piece is another big item, and this is from 1964 by John Walker, and he was in an art exhibit in 1964. Sold this originally for $75. Welded brass brutalist of butterflies. So you have all of that in there. You have the artist stamp right here with the date. And it's a one-of-a-kind piece for $200. $200, 14 and a half inches tall. You won't see this again. Beautiful rise of all of the butterflies. And you can see that brass modeled to be very, very crude. Looks like it's been melting in an atomic blast. And it's on a solid onyx base.
You know, it almost looks like Luna moths now that I've looked at it for a while. I think it's butterflies, but it's like
right
Luna moth style. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
so
and Phil is right. Brutalist is very popular right now. And realistically, I mean, just thinking back in time, this couple went to this exhibit and they thought this was so amazing they had to purchase it for 75 back in 64.
Yeah.
So
in 64.
Yes. So $200, great deal on that. Very valuable, one of a kind. So, and that is everything for me.
Okay, fantastic. All right, guys. And again, normally we don't have this many high-end pieces all at one time, but sometimes it just works out like that when we go to these, nicer estate sales. So, okay. I had this little measuring spoon rest, and it's made by Cardinal China, and it does date to the 1950s. We've got a little hairline right there. So I will do this for 14 if anybody would like it. Just put in 14 lollipop spoons and I'll know what you're talking about. Then I had this very rare Joseph original figurine, and she is made between 1950 and 1959. She is from the Make Believe series of Joseph girls, and she is crazy hard to find. This is definitely a harder to find little lady. She is marked on the bottom, Joseph Originals. And you can also see the backside. She has a big bustle with a bow, these crazy little bows perked straight up, and she is serving tea. I'm asking $50 on this. The last one sold on eBay for $130 because of its rarity. So $50, Joseph girl, very rare if you want her. Karen, I got you for the spoons, girly. Thank you so much, love. Let me find it.
Yes, and I think I got everybody written down on my recap. Thank you guys so much.
Karen C for the spoons. Got it, girly. Thank you. And then I had my little Girl Scout dolly. She is a Terry Lee doll, and she has like ginger colored hair. She's made by the Classic Doll Company, made between 1956 and 1958. Girl Scouts could order new outfits for her out of the back of the Girl Scout magazine. So this is a whole Girl Scout marketing shtick, and it's actually really, really cute. I'm asking 60 for her, which is a great price. They go quite a bit more than that. So 60, if anybody wants the little Girl Scout dolly, type in Girl Scout 60 and she can be yours. And then I had, bear with me, friends. Oh, this really cool hand-tented pillow. And thank you, JG. You are such a sweet supporter. Thanks for watching, doll, and thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. So this precious little pillow is hand tinted, made between the 30s and 40s, somewhere in there, and it is $22. It is needing some stuffing if you want to open one side and refill it. It is precious. It does have a little, where is it? It's got a little blemish somewhere in here.
Sarah, have you checked? Is there a way to check if that's stuffing or is it human hair inside of those?
Oh God, I don't know. It's not. No, it feels like polyfill. It doesn't feel like hair.
Well, we got home with some human hair. We got home with some human hair in the
in the ephemera that we were going through. Tiffany and I were sitting in the floor Saturday night, and I kept pulling out bags of hair. Bags of real human hair that they had saved. So I have a whole
bunch of hair
pack with some hair in it. Yes. Old hair. It was weird. Annette, I'm going to get you for the pillow, girly. It is spectacular. And dang, it's so cute. I'm glad it's going to you, Annette.
Yeah, you're playing the trumpet, man. So cool.
Annette, I got you, doll. And then I had this fantastic velvet album with beveled glass mirror. There's a little patina you can see on the mirror right here. And it has the original latch. Then you open it up, and it has lots of old family photos. These date to the early 1900s. The real gem is, definitely the photos, but this beautiful album, these usually go around 90. I'm asking 65 for the album with the latch and the little stand. It is beautiful, and it's black velvet. So type in 65 album if you would like it. Lots of cool photos inside. And then I had my little Highland guy, and he is the 1939 Highland Lassie composite doll for 55, made by Reliable Toys. And he is in excellent shape for his age, from 1939. So I'm asking 55 on Laddie. So just put in Laddie 55 and I'll know what you're going for. And then this was my last item. She's definitely an eBay girl. Grab her here because she's going to really be up there on eBay. If you want her, 175. Very, very hard to find. Miss Nancy Ann. This is Ginger. And a lot of people think these are Revlon dolls. She's not. She's actually a Miss Nancy Ann doll. And she is very fancy. Original handbag and her stand. No issues. Original glasses and everything. 175. 175 on her. And again, if she didn't find a home here, we'll throw her to eBay. No worries. But we like to bring the high-end items over here too, so you can score them at a great price. Otherwise, we will send these beautiful collectibles onto eBay to find homes. If you're watching on the replay and there's something that was not claimed, email us immediately and we'll get it for you before we throw it on eBay. Okay. I think that was it for me.
TD Bear Singers in for the Joseph figurine.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Petey Bear. Let me write that down.
And Nat
Fantastic.
in for Nancy, which I do not blame you.
Nancy or Annette,
Nancy Roberts.
she's next level. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you guys are getting her. Thank you so much. That really made my whole day. Thank you. Thank you truly. Okay, so TD Bear, I got you for the Joseph girl. And Annette, I have you for Miss Nancy Ann. You've got it. And she is so spectacular. You will love her, Annette. She is yeah, she is my favorite doll probably I've picked in a long time, only because I'm nuts about her little glasses. So congratulations, ladies. I have your little ladies right here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Fantastic. All right, friends. Oh my gosh, mods, thank you guys so much for all of your help and love and sticking with us. It takes a team of people to get these sales rolling. And Lisa, thanks for being our bid ender, babe. You rock. Holly, and I think Amy's probably gone on to bed. Phil, Victoria's not here tonight. Thank you, girls. I appreciate you so much. And the links and getting us to 100 thumbs up. Congratulations, chat. We got there. That is the best feeling ever. And thank you guys so much for your help in doing so. Remember, tomorrow is invoice day. So invoices will combine with anything you purchase Wednesday, will combine with tonight. Okay. Gosh, Wednesday night, of course, we will be back. I think we're doing quick claims for Wednesday night. It's going to be all stuff from this killer estate sale again. So definitely do not miss Wednesday night. We will be doing some fun quick claims. Right. Should we play quick claim trivia again? That was fun.
Let's do it.
Like if we do quick claim quiz show, did you guys like that? It was fun, right? Yeah, super cool. So, okay, Holly Parker says yes. Cool. Well, then we will work for something fun like that on Wednesday night, you guys. I can't wait. Just a huge shout out. Thank you all for your business. It is so appreciated. This is how we pay our bills. So thank you guys for a great sale tonight. It really, really, really means a lot. And we really spent probably way too much over the weekend on vintage. Yes. But at the same time, we're stocked up for a while, and that always feels good, too. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for sticking with us. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't on your way out. And check out our eBay store. I list stuff every week new in there. And anything that didn't sell tonight is going to be over there. So the link is in the description of this video, as well as our Redbubble store. If you're interested in merch like David has on of Lemmy or Belligerent Cupid or any of our crazy gang like Bucky, you can get merch shirts over on the Redbubble merch store if anybody's interested. So thank you guys again for all of the fun tonight and the love. Happy June, happy Pride, happy love. And we will be back on Wednesday and Voices tomorrow. All right. So thank you guys again. And have a great night. Thanks, mods. Thanks, friends. Thanks, chat. And Phil, I'm sorry you missed most of it, but if you want to watch on the replay, it'll be there. All right.
See you Wednesday.
All right. Good night, you guys. We'll see you Wednesday night. Peace, love, vintage. Until next time. Bye.